Hello, YouTube! We are back once more for day 4 of the Gauntlet Visual Novel Day, and I have my special guest, Emily Duck Park Ranger.
Tell me there's an Emily in this Duck Park Ranger?
Oh, come on. We are playing It Gets So Low. Honestly, yeah, you're right. We are playing It Gets So Lonely here. This game you can find on Steam or on itch.io. If I recall, they also have it available on itch. We have the Steam link available in the video description if you want to check it out yourself. This visual novel is a yuri visual novel, aka women loving women. It's sapphic AF. And it's also toxic. So toxic yuri, yay!
Yippee!
This was voted upon by my community in the Discord from when we had our charity stream back in May. One of the goals was for playing a horror game. This was the voted upon, well, technically it was a tie between this and Dead by Daylight, so we chose this. So we hope you enjoy. This is a blind playthrough for me. I have not played this yet. Neither has Emily, so we're going to be experiencing this together for the first time. And I hope you guys enjoy it. Again, those on Twitch, you are welcome to also interact with the YouTube stream. The link is posted in the pinned at the top of chat, and also here it is again. And if you interact with the YouTube stream, then you get a cookie. Yay! It super helps me with growing my platform, and I super appreciate all the love and support that you guys have given me these past few days. Honestly, thank you so much. Why are you muting?
Because I had to cough.
Ah, noted. Okay, so Emily, are you ready?
Yes.
Yeah? Okay. Let's start. You are running through a forest. Into the Woods achievement unlocked. Let's go.
Wow!
First achievement, playing the game. It is late at night and the sky is as black as pitch. There is nothing to light your way save for the moon's milky glow, but its rays cannot reach you, not properly. The trees which surround you, jutting out of the earth like eerie monuments to a foreign god, are blotting out most of the light. You cannot see where you are going. Even if you had commenced your flight at a more sensible hour, however, with the light of the sun to aid you, it would be of little use. You do not know where you are going. You have no map, no route, no plan. You are running like a frightened animal, anxious and nervy, with no destination in mind. Okay, this background sound just like crackling. I don't know if it's you guys can hear like the crackling background sound for that ambience. It has that like that brain ick, you know? It's not distracting, but overstimulating? A little bit? Just a little bit? How is the sound, by the way? Is the video there? Is the game versus my voice versus Emily a good balance?
Oh, wow.
Maybe I can turn you up, Emily. I already have you at 108. Let's put you at 125.
Oh boy.
Yay! No feedback on either chat. Okay. That's okay. Let's keep going. You have no desire as you run, save to escape. You cannot let yourself be caught. If that were to happen, you are certain that you would be ruined. You have no choice, therefore, but to keep going, on and on and on, through though your feet are screaming at you for mercy.
Mercy.
You have no idea how long you have been running. Time has begun to blend together. It has lost all meaning. Something sharp snags at the hem of your skirt, but you do not have the luxury to pause and examine what has happened. Instead, you tug. Your skirt tears, the sound splitting through the forest, and you stumble forwards with a shocked gasp. You are free, but at what cost? Your skirt has been irrevocably damaged. You try saying that word, please.
Your skirt has been irrevocably damaged.
Okay, good job. I just have oh my god! I have issues and difficulty with saying irrevocably. Okay. It might be too late to worry about such trivial matters now, though. If you do not start running again, and soon, she will catch you. Then, your life will be over.
She's gonna catch me.
Oh no, she's gonna catch you.
Oh no.
Then, your life will be over. You do not know if she is still following you, but you do not want to risk looking over your shoulder. If you were to see her, silhouetted beneath a tree, looking at you with that sickly sweet smile which once ensnared you, you would lose what little nerve you possess. Your legs would lock up, and your blood would freeze in your veins. Then, you would crumple. You would fall, but you would not hit the ground. She would be there to catch you. Did she not promise when you made that contract that you would never be alone? You would like to take back that silly wish of yours, but it is too late for that. It is too late for a lot of things. All you can do is run. You run and run and run while icy fog swirls about your feet. Hi Candy, welcome on in! It is cold enough to sap the heat from your body, and you shudder from it. It feels as though you are drowning. It feels as though you are being buried alive. Your knees and your shins, meanwhile, are bleeding. You cannot endure much more of this. But if you value your own life, you must. You run and you run and you run. How much running? You run and you run and you run until, at long last, you reach a fork in the road.
Who left this fork in the road?
Mm.
Dirty. I can't deal with that.
There are 3 paths which split off through the forest. Are we going to get a choice? Well, 4 if you count the path down which you came. You cannot exactly double back on yourself, though. Not when you have put so much effort into running forwards. You can only press on. The 3 paths are The 3 paths are signposted, which is something of a strange sight given you are so deep in the forest. Dark though it may be, though it might be, you have grown accustomed to the shadows. You can just about pick out the writing on this old, dilapidated signpost, curved and slanted though it is. Your fate, if you will forgive me for sounding cliché, is in your hands.
Oh boy.
Now, I wonder, which path will you take? We have a choice! Oh, we should have saved. Yeah, wait, can we go back? Can we go?
Is it a Rimpi game?
Oh, it's doing a skip.
Try
There.
scrolling the mouse.
I got it. Okay. Alright, yes. Okay, so. Oh. The mouse wheel was the one. Yep, you're right.
Yeah.
Noted.
Rimpai games are like that.
Yeah.
I know because I made one.
Yeah, you have, huh?
Yeah.
So people should go check out your itch.io store?
Sure, yeah.
Yeah.
I have the link for it, though.
I mean, if you were to post it in the chat, I could add that.
Well, since you're bullying me into it.
Get supported, nerd. Alright, I want to do the first route to go to the shore.
Okay.
So, you want to go to the shore? Good idea.
There was an error in your request, so it isn't working right now, evidently.
Which chat are you trying to post in?
No, I can't get to itch to get my link.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh. Okay. Noted. I hope that gets resolved soon.
Yeah.
What will you discover there, I wonder? This night is far from over, and there are any number of adventures still awaiting you. I hope that you have prepared yourself in advance, and I do hope, for your sake, that you have learnt how to swim. I have a sneaking suspicion that this skill might come in handy. You follow the path which leads to the shore, supporting yourself on weary, achy limbs which feel ready to snap at the knee beneath the burden of your weight. You are little more than a wisp of a girl, but you have been running for so very long, and your feet are so very numb. You feel like a great lumbering thing. You need to lie down, and quickly. You only hope, as you continue to run, that you will find a means to escape your current predicament by the shore. You do not know what awaits you, but you have visions of a harbor extending out to the horizon, cradling a fleet of white-sailed fishing vessels. Surely there will be a kindly fisherman who will be willing to take you far, far away on his boat, to a place where your pursuer will not be able to find you. You can imagine, too, the face of this kindly fisherman, a face you have lifted from the fairy tales you read in abundance as a small child. He will have thick, bushy eyebrows and a dark brown beard streaked through with gray. He will look intimidating at a glance, but he will be fiercely protective of you, just like a father. You do not know what fathers are supposed to be like.
You are my dad. You're my dad.
I could say something, but I don't know if I should say it on a YouTube stream.
Well, now that you've brought it up.
You do not know what fathers are supposed to be like. Neither do I.
Yeah, I don't either. Well, I mean, I know what they're supposed to be like. Certainly didn't experience it.
Yeah, same here. You were only imagining. It is your imagination, however, which grants you the strength needed to keep going. Oh, that's a cute emote with a throbber. Hold on. Sorry, I need to click off game for a sec. Neon Gothics? Ah, it's so cute! I love the throbber! It's such a good animation! By the way, chat, for those that don't know, that spinning wheel, that's called a throbber. Look it up.
I wish it wasn't called that.
But it is.
I know it is.
You run to the shore. It takes some time before you finally emerge from the woods, but finally, you do it. How much time, you ask? I cannot answer that. Did I not say that time had begun to lose all its meaning? The forest is behind you now, at least, and all the awful nightmares that lurk within it. It is still cold, though, and still foggy. It is still dark, too. The sun has yet to rise. Excuse me, sorry.
Excused.
You can see the moon more clearly now as it hangs above your head, round as any pearl, or orb, or crystal ball. Must fight, must fight, must fight, must fight. I fought the impulse. The moonlight shines down upon the vertigineous.
I guess.
Word of the day, vertigineous. Say it with us. Vertigineous. Cliffs, which plummet sharply downwards to an array of sharp, spiky rocks below. You felt, upon escaping the woods, a degree of hope, but the sight of these weather-blasted cliffs gives you pause. You inhale. Then, you frown. Now what are you to do? You did not think this plan of yours through very well. Not that you had much in the way of a plan in the first place. There is little in the way of civilization here. The cliffs are far from the village. How far? You do not know, and you cannot see any houses. Where exactly will you rest your weary head, and what of your weary legs? Fitfully, you look around. There is nobody to your east, nor is there anybody to your west. There is no point in looking south. That is the way you came, by the way, in case you didn't know. And when you look to the north, the world falls away from you. The cliffs are too steep to scale, and it is too dark. Naturally, there is not a soul here to help you. You are on your own. You feel so overwhelmed, you could very well cry. You do not cry, however. You know that tears have never helped anyone. You got yourself into this mess. Now, you need to get yourself out of it. It is with this thought in mind that you inhale a lungful of salty oceanic air. Then, you begin your exploration in earnest. You keep away from the edge of the cliffs, afraid that you might slip and take a sudden, unfortunate tumble into the abyss below. You are not as attached to your mortal body as some humans are, but you do not want to die. You still care for yourself, if only a little. And it is this sense of And it is this sense of self-preservation which compels you onwards. You glance this way and that, depressing the tall grass beneath your shoes as you search for a place of shelter. Surely there must be somewhere. You cannot see any likely-looking settlements, but... What is that over yonder? Could that be a roof? You hurry onwards, hope budding anew in your heart, until, at long last, you reach your destination. There is a house, after all, out here in the wilds, though it doesn't at a glance look very welcoming. The solitary house you have discovered, not so far from the cliffs, is rather unremarkable. It is so small and squat, you cannot imagine it contains within it more than one floor. You cannot even imagine that it contains much more than one room. Though it is dark, it is not dark enough to mask that the cottage has something of a slant to it. It is leaning listlessly to one side, like a drunken sailor. The thatched roof, meanwhile, which tops this dwelling, has certainly seen better days. There's a hole in the thatch. There are several holes, in fact, and parts of it look particularly bare, almost bald. That is rather concerning. Should it rain, you will not be properly protected from the elements. Can you really stay the night in such a place? You have some misgivings. But do your misgivings matter, really, when there's nowhere else to go? It is not as though you have any other options. It is with a sense of defeat. Hydrate. Water. Careful. Ahem. It is with a sense of defeat, therefore, that you approach the cottage, which sticks out of the earth like a tombstone. Part of you wants to turn back, but you know that would be foolish. The windows of the cottage are dark, but that does not necessarily mean it is empty. It is rather late at night, after all. Whoever lives here, if indeed anybody does live here, might be asleep. You cannot imagine the owners of this cottage will appreciate being roused so very late at night. You cannot let yourself worry too much about these small details, however. Otherwise, you will never get anywhere. You swallow. The taste of the salty sea breeze is pungent in the back of your nostrils. Oh shit, that caught me there. Good sound effects out, damn. I was really into the whole narration part, okay. Then, you rap the knuckles of your right fist on the door. You rap quietly at first, but you do not hear any resultant shuffling inside the cottage. Perhaps you did not use enough strength. Good usage again. Emboldened, you rap your knuckles on the door for a second time, more loudly this time. You wait a few moments, but still, you cannot hear anything. Perhaps the cottage is unoccupied after all. You knock for a third time, then wait. The third time is, as they say, the charm. But for all that, your knocking goes unanswered. Well, nobody can say that you did not try. More intrigued now than anxious, your fingers find the handle of the door. You pull it down, and to your surprise, it yields easily. The door swings back for you, as if by magic. It feels almost as if this was preordained. You step foot inside the cottage, which is very dark, and glance around. It is hard to see, given the lateness of the hour, but the cottage's interior is about as inspiring as its exterior. Which is to say, not very. It is every bit as small as cramped as you fancied when you observed it from the outside. Hi, Lord! You get a cookie! Thank you for interacting with the YouTube stream. I'm gonna reread that. It is... Emily gets cookie too. Thank you. But it's gluten free, dairy free. It's vegan. Will that work?
Lots of other things that could be in it.
Yeah, true. You do have a long list of allergies.
It's made out of air. That's why I can have it.
It's made out of rice flour and pea milk.
I hate when you say it like that.
I know. It was an interesting recipe, though.
Yeah.
Yeah. Boo from YouTube. Candy! Being cookies, but it was made with real vegan Scuff. Ahem. It is every bit as small and as cramped as you fancied when you observed it from the outside. There are a few cupboards which line the walls, a wood fire which has since been extinguished, and a straw pallet on the floor which must function as a bed. Your search is unsuccessful, however, when it comes to trying to locate other humans. You cannot find another soul. Oh, excuse me. Surely that is to your benefit, though. If nobody else lives here, then you might as well make yourself at home. Or as at home as one can be, I suppose, in a small, cramped cottage such as this, with holes on the roof. Thank you for interacting in the YouTube chat. Super appreciate you guys. And that's a raid. Oh my.
Oh, what?
Luxter, thank you so much for the raid. Hello, welcome on in, raiders. My name is Camilla Scarlett, I also go by Cami for short. I am a hybrid tuber and a part-time cat girl on the internet, and you are catching me doing a little bit of a visual novel that was voted upon by our community for the charity stream goal we had back in May. We are playing It Gets So Lonely here, and say hi to YouTube. We are also streaming live on YouTube. If you interact with the YouTube channel with giving a like, a subscribe, and talking in the chat, super appreciate that, and you get a cookie. 1 second here, let me just do this, and wee!
And we were streaming on MeTube.
Yeah. I hail from Canada, Ontario. Nice to meet you. Yoroshiku onegaishimasu. This is a safe space for LGBTQIA+ and neurodivergent community, and I've been found being rude, harassing in this chat will get dusted by my loved ones. Don't be a dick. Also, it's an 18 up channel, and if anyone here is under 18 years of age, I do ask you to please leave, to the fact that I don't want to SMS if I say folk. You can check out my about section down below to learn more about me. If you have any questions, feel free to ask that. Other than that, you can sit back, relax, and enjoy yourself. Again, we are also streaming on the YouTube channel. This is the Gauntlet, where all week I am doing different genres a day, and it is also being multi-platform to stream on YouTube as well, so it in a way helps with growing my channel, and I super appreciate any support. Yeah, today we are doing visual novel day, as I had mentioned. This is called It Gets So Lonely Here. If you want more information, you can check out in the video description on YouTube. I have my special guest joining me, Emily Duck Park Ranger. Would you like to introduce yourself, Emily?
I'm Emily.
Come on.
I'm not a duck. Or a park ranger, actually. Sorry. Sorry to let you know this way. I lied on my resume.
You can also see Emily's platforms in the video description too. So for YouTube and Twitch, to also go and support and show love to her.
Do it.
Graham gets a head pat.
Okay.
Emily gets a head pat.
That's me.
Yeah, that's you. You get a head pat.
This is Emily person. They sound like a loser.
Watch what you're saying there. That's my girlfriend.
Yeah, well, no way she's as cool as me.
I don't know about that. Luxer, thank you so much for trusting me with your community. Those that came in the raid, make sure you're taking good care of yourselves with them after stream and self-care. Get food, get water, get rest, men's reminder for those that may need it, and more. Make sure you're taking care of yourselves, people! Thank you. Alright, let's get back into this. So this is a toxic yuri visual novel, again called It Gets So Lonely Here. This is first playthrough for me. I'm doing this blind. Emily is also first time playthrough of this, so she's doing it blind, and she's going to be my assist with all the voices, and we're just going to make these decisions together.
As soon as a voice shows up.
Yeah, as soon as a voice shows up. We haven't had any character yet. We're just only getting this build up into this scene and situation, which honestly, this is I will say good storytelling so far. Trying to understand like where it's going to loop back from when it gets to any like what's the word? Flashback. If it even has that. Okay. You close the door behind you. Then approach the straw pallet. All of a sudden, you feel incredibly weary. The tiredness that assails your limbs is absolute, so intense it overcomes the last of your concerns. You settle down upon the straw pallet, yawning as you do. It is not comfortable, but being able to lie down eases some of your aches and pains. Lying down, even on an uncomfortable makeshift bed such as this one, is better than standing. It is far, far better than running. Oh, before I get more into this, now that we have more people interacting with the chat, how are the audio levels? If I could get a quick, check. My voice versus Emily versus the game. If you could let me know a little feedback, I'd super appreciate.
Feed the back.
Keep talking.
Back feed.
Back feed. Feedback.
Back feed.
Ototita. Wait, I shouldn't say that. Wait, I don't know if I should say that. Well, it's too late now. Alright, we're embracing it. Please don't get me banned. I have to follow along with other TOS rules, not just Twitch.
Well, I guess I should probably watch my language then, huh?
Maybe a little, I don't know. So far, there's no issue. Emily a bit quiet, I think. Okay, let me turn Emily up a bit more then. Alright, we have you at 144%.
Me when I turn up.
Okay. Talk a little more. Testing.
I'm talking. I'm talking.
How's that?
Talking?
Talking? Talking? Talking? Oh, we're going at the same time. We synced up like that. I am talking.
I am also talking. Imagine talking.
Think find out. Thank you so much, Candy. I'll just give a little shout out here. Appreciate you. Get supported, nerd. Okay. And we will return back into this now. Your eyelids fall shut. Your lashes melting together. And, soothed by the sounds of the wind and the distant rolling of the waves, you fall asleep. Then, you begin to dream. It is not uncommon, of course, to dream. The best and the worst of us do it, from queens to their castles, to peasants sleeping in the straw. Why? Who is to say that all you have observed tonight has not, in a sense, been a dream of its own? Would that make your nighttime fancies, then? A dream inside a dream? Wong! Inside a Wong! Perhaps our dreams are empty, hollow things stacked inside one another, like the wooden dolls. Little wooden dolls. Is that not a whimsical thought? How very droll. Your dreams, however, cannot be called whimsical. and neither are they particularly droll. They are not pure fabrications, as dreams sometimes are, fleeting fancies which can never come to pass. Your dreams are of a rather more pernicious. Thank you. Your dreams are of a rather more pernicious sort. Thank you. In your dreams, you are at the conservatoire. That is conservatoire. Conservatoire.
I don't know.
Conservatory. We're just gonna say conservatory.
Yeah.
In your dreams, you are at the conservatory with your red. Wait, what? Hold on. Wait.
With your red hair tied back into 2 prim proper braids.
Hold on. Okay. All right. Fine. That caught me off guard. Okay. Ahem. In your dreams, you are at the conservatory with your red hair tied back into 2 prim, proper braids. You are walking through the courtyard, clutching your books to your chest as you make your way to the library. Your head is bowed, so as not to look at the faces of your passing classmates. You do not want to meet their eyes. These girls, with their sensible braids and their sensible shoes, are merciless. You hunch your shoulders together in this dream of yours so as not to draw their attention. But alas, it is not enough. You stumble, clumsy thing that you are, and you fall, and, just like that, all eyes are upon you. They are staring at you. They are laughing at you. You lay there on the ground, by the fountain, your books scattered and your skirt in a woeful state of disarray. Your knee hurts. Is it bleeding? You examine your injured leg, trying not to cry, and, as this transpires, you hear a voice. One of your classmates is calling out to you. She has acknowledged you. You look up shyly, tears beating in your eyes, at a girl taller than you, and prettier, and much more refined. She extends her hand towards you. Does she mean to help you? It cannot hurt to try, can it? Hesitantly, you reach out to accept her offered aid. Her fingers curl around yours tightly, perhaps too tightly. Her nails dig into your skin. It hurts. Deftly, the girl pulls you to your feet. Your legs feel weak from your fall, and your knee is still aching, still bleeding. You stumble, feeling out of sorts, but you are not afforded much of an opportunity to gather your bearings. The girl's hands are on your shoulders. She is laughing at you. Then, she is pushing you. The sound of the fountain and the running water which drums against its basin is, all of a sudden, very loud. It is overwhelming. It surrounds you. Then, it engulfs you. It is cold as ice. You cannot breathe. Sorry, I had to cough there. The rushing of the water continues, echoing in your eardrums over and over, and then... No. You do not want to remember this. What good will it do? It is in the past, where the past ought to remain. You are never going to go back, not even in your dreams. It is this determination which forces you back into the world of the waking with a start. You gasp. You gasp like a fish as you Damn it. I tried. Can you time this?
Maybe. Hold on.
You gasp like a... As you said. One more. You gasp like a... As you sit upright, your eyes unnaturally wide. Yes! We're getting that for clip later. Thank you for dealing with my bullshit. Let's continue.
You're welcome.
You feel wearied from a lack of sleep and, with half-lidded eyes, you glance about. It is still dark inside your cottage, the sky visible from beyond the windows splashed still with stars. How long were you asleep? You are not sure. Your dream was so very detailed, it really did feel that you had been transported into a different time, into a different place. When you inhale, you can taste rank, beaded water in your mouth. Ugh. Tentatively, you pat yourself down, your fingers trailing against the front of your uniform. So vivid was your dream, you half expected to find that your clothes are damp. This is not the case, however. You are, in fact, perfectly dry. Well, now what do? Will you go back to sleep? That sounds like the best option available to you. You are very tired, after all, but your senses feel too overwrought, all of a sudden, for sleep. You do not think you could bear it. Okay, it feels like we could have been making choices with this, you know? I could see a lot of routes happening from this, but we haven't even really gotten to any routes except the one of which location we go, which path we're taking first. We need our second choice, please. On unsteady legs, you rise to your feet, then stand by the window. You look out to the starry sky and to the pitted moon which hangs amongst them, and you frown. You can hear the wind outdoors, howling like an injured animal, and more softly the ebb and flow of the waves as they meet the cliffs. But that is not all. But that's not all! Sorry. What is that?
Wait, there's more.
But wait, there's more! What is that sound? Why, it is almost like singing. The voice is far away enough that you cannot pick out any individual words, nor even the individual syllables, but there is a haunting quality to it all. The singer, whoever they are, possess quite a pretty voice, high and clear like a bell. The song is a melancholy, one which stirs your heart. Curiosity takes root inside you, as it did during that fateful day you found that book in the library. Logically, you know you should not go outdoors and seek the source of that singing, but emotionally? That is another matter altogether. You really should have learnt your lesson by now. You should know better than to go sticking your nose into business which does not concern you. But naughty little girls such as you never do learn. You cross the old fisherman's cottage as though in a dream, then reach for the handle of the door. The handle depresses easily enough beneath your grasping fingers, and the door opens with a click. The rest of the world yawns before you, framed in the doorway, all of it bathed in moonlight. You thought it was cold inside the old cottage, but it is colder still now that the door is open. An unpleasant wind rushes forth to meet you, knifing mercilessly through the fabric of your uniform. You look across the cold, inhospitable landscape, your fingers clenched into fists at your sides. Then, you step out into the unknown. You canvass the cliff face, led by nothing more than that luxurious singing. So haunting and ethereal is this voice. As it hangs on the breeze, it would be enough to send 1,000 ships off to war. You keep walking into the night until you reach the very edge of the cliffs, where they drop downward into empty air. You ought not to go any further, but the voice has yet to cease. You can still hear it, echoing inside your head. It compels you to act. You look down at the shore, which seems like a dizzying distance away, then out to the ocean, which is breaking against the scattered rocks below. Your eyes narrow with determination. Then you take a step towards the cliff. These cliffs are steep and the rocks below them are sharp. You'd see them glinting in the darkness, their tips jagged like the teeth of hungry predators. The cold wind blows, rocking your hair, and you shudder from it. Your shoes were not built for scaling cliffs, and your heels do not have much in the way of purchase, particularly not when the cliffs are too steep. Clinging to the cliffs is no small feat, yet you are determined to ease yourself down onto the shore in one piece. One Piece mentioned. Let's go. In one piece, preferably. The wind is so powerful, it feels as though there is something deliberately malicious to it. You wonder, during your descent, if it means to knock you off your perch on purpose, to cast you down to the rocks below. Well, if that is what it wants, then you refuse to give it the satisfaction. You can be awfully stubborn at times, and now is one of them. You continue to climb. How long have you been at it now? Until at long last, your feet meet the shoreline below. You have made it, and you did not sustain too many injuries. Your palms are throbbing, yes, after gripping these rocks, and you might have a few cuts, but your wounds are of a shallow and superficial sort. Hey, like my scooter accident! Anyway. Things could have been worse. They really could have been worse.
Yeah.
Yeah. My bruises have very much healed now. They're just basically yellow.
That's good.
Mm-hmm.
I need to ask how you've been doing after that.
I can sit comfortably enough in this uncomfy chair.
Yay!
Yay! You flex your fingers. They feel uncomfortably numb and cold alongside it. Hi, Mafia Mom! Welcome on in! Me sneaking out of Cami's house after putting up posters with tape directly to Cami's wall. He. Say hi to YouTube! I'm also streaming on YouTube. If you interact with the YouTube stream, then you get a cookie! Welcome to day 4 of the Gauntlet, where we are having Visual Novel Day. YouTube, you say? Indeed, we're streaming also on YouTube. Say hi to YouTube. Ahem. You flex your fingers. They feel uncomfortably numb and cold alongside it. I'm a pull a pro gamer move. Oh. Please no against TOS emotes. I know you like to do a couple of the NSFW emotes, and I'm like,
I hardly know her.
Oi. Oh no. I'm not reading that aloud. It's okay.
Why not?
Alright, here's some Cami story time lore here. Our good friend Mafia Mom is not Italian. I mistakenly had assumed that Mafia Mom was actually in Italy and being Italian, and I told my community about it. And anytime I introduced Mafia Mom, I would always say they were Italian. I am very much mistaken. I have learned since then, and I have repented. Mafia Mom is not Italian. They are Mexican and proud to be. Is that enough? I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Kappa. And that's a hydrate. And have a lizard. I'm not even mad. I just never gonna let you live this down. I'm aware. Have a lizard.
Lizard.
Fish. Alright, have you had water?
Yes.
Okay. Your skin is prickling, but at least you can still feel discomfort. At least it is still attached to your bones. Not shoes. Whoa, what? At least it is still attached to your bones, where it ought to be. Your vital organs concealed within the hollow cavity of your body. You have a lot to be thankful for. Hydrate. This is a threat. Thank you for the extra hydrate. I'd be drinking more water. Thank you. I just realized. What did you realize? Is that Emily? Yes, this is Emily.
Yeah, it's me.
She is also tagged in the Twitch title, and as well as in the YouTube stream in the video description. Give her lots of love and support.
Or don't. I'm not your dad. Or your mom. Although if I was one, I'd be your mom.
Mafia Mom says hello, Emily.
I can see hi, Mafia Mom.
Oh, you have my chat open? That's lovely.
Yeah.
Because you gotta be able to fish, right?
Yeah. Haven't you seen me fishing?
I have. Fun fact, people are calling me old because I use Outlook. That's valid.
Yeah, honestly.
That's deserved. How? Outlook is actually good. Is it though? What's Outlook? Ask Candy. And that's why.
I don't totally know either.
Now here's the thing, Mafia Mom, because I'm going to admit this myself. If you know what Outlook is, then you are old. If you use Outlook in your lifetime, you are considered old. Like me. I'm an old lady now. I'm gonna embrace my... Well, actually, no, I'm definitely not a grandma yet. I'm only an auntie. I perfectly use that.
I'm a grandmother.
For all intents and purposes, everyone here in this chat and call is 18 and up.
Oh yeah, I should. I'm referencing a Vine, which also shows that I'm an adult.
And we're recording, technically.
Although I think it will confuse if YouTube AI tries to figure out my age, they'll hear 16 and grandmother and be confused.
Wait, Cami, you look different. If you're talking about the hairstyle difference, is because back in May, I had IRL cut my hair this short to cosplay as Fallon from Dungeon Meshi, and Emily had accompanied me to the convention also cosplaying together, so she was Marcia, and we got to be the lesbian couple. With special guest Itsutsumi. So, because of that, my good friend Ziona Viti, gonna give them a shout out, the one who made my 3D model. I cannot add them because they are not in the chat. Go show love and support to this incredibly talented and absolutely awesome fungal dragon. They are my quote-unquote mother. Because they had made this model, they made me into the part-time cat girl today. They're also streaming right now, so I'm just gonna do a slash shout out because he. Go and bug them, say hi. Stop adding Zai. They made this alteration once they found out about my haircut, and they kept the little braid part as like a side piece as a homage to my comfort, my theme that was basically I had braided hair. Because I've always loved having a side braid when I had long hair. So, yeah, braids have always been part of my own image IRL and also online. And there is your Cami fact of the day. I already gave one today, so here's an extra. Alright, let's get back into this. This night has, by and large, been quite successful. Cami fact of the day, Cami eats crayons. I do not.
I don't know about that.
I do not eat crayons. That is a texture no-no.
Yeah. Source, Kappa?
No. There are no longer any obstacles between you and the mysterious voice which lulled you outdoors. Now, you must find them. You set off down the shore, on the hunt of the singing voice which has captivated you so. You sidestep sharp, jagged rocks which jut out of the sand like teeth. The rocks which cannot be circumnavigated. Meanwhile, you clamber over. All the while, the sound of the sea mingles with that of the singing. I have sun in my eye? Oh my gosh, why the sunset? No, it's only 6.
Fall is coming.
I know it is. I'm so happy. Excuse me. Let me just try to move this. Okay. It provides an ethereal, haunting backdrop to your exploration. One which further... It provides an ethereal, haunting backdrop to your exploration. One which further adds the surreality of your moonlight stroll. Guess who's shrimping? I am. Thank you for the posture check. Oh, ow. Alright, I'm gonna put my knees to my chest though. Yay, comfy. Chat, unshrimp yourself too. You too, YouTube. Unshrimp yourself right now.
No!
Yes! Unshrimp!
Joke's on you, I wasn't shrimping. Because I have good posture.
Good. The waves lap against the shore, then recede shyly, pushed and pulled by the bleached white moon which hangs overhead. Have to go now. Have fun stream. Bye, Mafia Mom. Thank you for coming by to say hi. I hope you have a great time.
Have a good day, Mafia Mom.
Oceans that you have seen in your library books were all blue as sapphires, but this ocean is different. It is so late at night, it looks black instead. Undulating? Thank you. The undulating surface of the water reminds you of a mirror, though its depths are even deeper and much more mysterious. A sense of foreboding settles upon you, but you try to quash it. You will not let yourself be afraid. Achievement! Okay, second achievement. We got to this part in the story. 1 choice so far. No dialogue. That is a pretty mermaid. You round a corner, your feet unsteady in their sensible brown shoes. And then, at long last, you see her. There is a woman sitting upon a rock, out in the ocean. The woman's eyes are closed and her lips are parted, her expression soulful. She is singing.
Uh-oh.
Uh-oh.
Oh no, this pretty lady, the fish woman is singing. I better go walk up to her.
Uh-huh. Her hair, which is fair, flutters around her face like a shroud, which adds to her otherworldly aura. Her eyes might be closed, but her lashes are long and luxuriant like a doll's. Her lips, meanwhile, which are parted in song, are soft like the freshly plucked petals of a flower. Her face is perfect, as are her proportions. Her neck is tall and slender, like the stem of a flower. As for the lower half of her body, meanwhile, well, it is nothing like anything you have ever seen before. It is here, and here alone, that the woman betrays your narrow human... It is here, and here alone, that the woman betrays your narrow human definitions of beauty, for her legs are non-existent. She got no legs! Rather than 2 awkward appendages, this woman has, instead, the sleek, shimmering tail of a... Ah, I tried setting it up, Emily.
A bit.
That one. Can we try that again?
Yeah.
Okay. Rather than 2 awkward appendages, this woman has, instead, the sleek, shimmering tail of a... Thank you. Gonna clip that one. Is she not, then, a human? She cannot be, not with a tail like that. This unusual sight makes you gasp, and quite audibly at that. You did not mean to be rude, but you cannot help yourself. Humans tend to react poorly to things they do not understand. At least you do not scream. That would be even ruder.
Oh.
I think this is you?
I just read it.
Oh, can you do that again?
Oh my.
You meant to observe the mermaid from a distance, but it would appear that your shocked gasp was loud enough to attract her attention. Finally! We're here! Dialogue!
Finally.
The first dialogue. Oh my.
Shit, I have to pay attention now.
Let's go!
Oh my attention has been attracted.
No more duelings for you! The fish-tailed vision sitting upon the rock is looking at you. Her gaze is so piercing, it feels almost as if she is looking through you. Your heart seems to stop inside your chest, as if by some manner of magical spell. You thought the mermaid pretty when you first observed her, sitting on that outcrop of rock, her face turned in profile. Now she is looking at you, however, you can see that you were mistaken. She is not just pretty. She is beautiful, so much so, and it is almost unnerving. She looks as though she has stepped out of the pages of a picture book. She is simply too perfect to belong to this world. Perhaps she is some kind of vision, a waking dream, a hallucination? But no, she is none of those things. Her tail might be an impossible thing, but its scales look slick and wet regardless, like those of any... I was seeing if you were paying attention.
I was looking at Harvey ladies, I'm sorry.
Wouldn't it be funny if we had gone along this and anytime there was fish, like, you just press the fish button?
Yeah.
Would that be fun? You want to do that?
I would really have to pay attention though.
Oh, true. Decisions.
I'm not big brain enough for that, I don't think.
Okay, no worries. Like those of any... one might find at the market. Thank you. These scales are iridescent and bathed beneath the light of the moon. They seem almost to glow. The sight of her rather takes your breath away. You look at the mermaid. She looks back at you. She looks at me, and I look at her.
And she looks at me,
and I look at her.
And she looks at me, and I look at her.
She looks back to you. You prepare yourself, expecting some sort of altercation. Altercation. But the surprise soon fades from the mermaid's face. Her lips, which once were pursed in a frown, now shifts upwards. She is smiling.
Mr. Meal is here.
Then she says, in her fine sort of voice,
My, it really is good to see a human again. Particularly a human girl. Gag. I was beginning to fear that your kind had all disappeared, and I would no longer have anybody left to tell me of the world above the waters.
My, this is quite the effusive greeting. The mermaid's introductory speech is positively brimming with excitement of sweet girlish variety. She is rather more amicable than the fine polish of her syllables would make one suggest. You might be a well-bred lady yourself, but with an accent to match, but you cannot help but feel overwhelmed. Anxiously, you observe the mermaid, and you ask her what she means. What happened?
As to that, I'm afraid I cannot say. I've been sitting on these rocks and singing for many, many nights, but nobody has come to see me. There have been no lovely humans to play with. Play with, you say?
Oi.
That's not what I was going for, however, out yourself.
I just assume everything is a dirty joke for me.
I was beginning to wonder whether your kind had disappeared altogether. I feared some manner of calamity had occurred while I was slumbering beneath the water's surface, and your kind had been eradicated.
You shudder, then reassure the mermaid to the contrary. You do not know about the humans that she used to speak with, but you, at least, have not been eradicated. You are still here.
Yes, well, I can see that.
The mermaid answers with a light laugh.
It really is a relief. My fellow mer people who live beneath the water told me not to worry so, but I could not help myself. I've always been fond of you humans. It was rather sobering sitting here night after night all on my own. It gets lonely here.
The name of the game! Roll credit! Now, that is an interesting turn of phrase. It catches inside your head like a burr.
Now come sit next to me.
Now jump in the water!
Yes, jump in the
Penelope, why?
The
Sorry.
water's great. Certainly I won't pull you below and drown you and eat your flesh. I would never. Don't even think about it. Perish the thought.
Have you heard it before?
Oh, is that a line? From the...
I said the narration, this is your line, this is your line.
Okay. So, dear human, did you say that you were unfamiliar with these parts?
Hesitantly, you examine the mermaid. Thoughtless though you might be, at times, you are not so very self-centered that you cannot detect the note of longing in the mermaid's voice. It is evident, as she looks at you, that she is hoping for a particular answer to her query. This answer, alas, is not the one that you can furnish her with. You do not want to lie to her. It is after some hesitation, therefore, that you reaffirm your earlier words, though this time you embellish them. You tell the mermaid that you are a traveler from a far-off land, one which is very dissimilar to this one. It's not a complete fabrication. You tell her that you have only just arrived by the shore, and you are unfamiliar both with your immediate surroundings and those further afield. If there is a village nearby, then you have never set foot in it. Well, we do know there is a village nearby because of the second route.
Yeah. Although, it couldn't be. Well, it could be not very nearby.
True. You do not know what this village is like, nor how many inhabitants it boasts. You do not know if a calamity, as the mermaid grimly supposed, has struck this land. But if she fears all the humans within the immediate vicinity have been laid low by some mysterious malady, then she needn't worry overly on that score. You are still alive. You are not, you wonder, enough to satiate her curiosity with the human realm? Yes, that is true. Oh, my bad. I was just in it. No, you're here. This was me. Are you not, you wonder, enough to satiate your curiosity with the human realm?
Yes, that is true. You are here. I'm grateful, naturally, for your company. Although...
Wistfully, the mermaid sighs.
I was rather hoping you might be able to bring me some news of the nearby village and its inhabitants.
This makes you wonder. Was there a particular person from this village she was close to?
So you were able to work that much out?
The mermaid answers with a small smile.
You're an intelligent one, aren't you?
Your past professors would beg to differ on that score, but you were all. Whoa, hold on. Your past professors would beg to differ on that score. You were always awful when it came to academics, mathematics in particular. You can never get your head around all of the numbers. I loved math when I was younger. Math.
I also enjoyed math. Up until like...
Having math for homeroom was the best. Because that was when my brain was at its like first functionality, basically.
Yeah.
And I just like got into the zone, did the math work, and then I was sometimes even helping my classmates. This was high school math.
Yeah.
Elementary school math, I can't even remember that shit anymore.
Well...
I mean, I know how to do it. I mean, the memory of being in that school.
Yeah.
I know how to do basic math. It's just because of repressed memories due to trauma at a young age, and that is all I'll disclaim.
Yeah.
You can never get your head around all of the numbers. Your stern, stony-faced math professor used to despair in you. Despair in me.
Despair?
Despair? But she is not here. None of them are here. It is just you, now, and the mermaid, and she does not need to know about your dismal academic record. You allow yourself a small smile, touched by her compliment, and tell her that it was nothing more than a lucky guess.
For a guess, that was remarkably accurate. You were quite right. I did have a close friend from the nearby village. She was very dear to me. Dear. Dear.
Dear mention.
Dear mention.
Internally, you congratulate yourself on this piece of detective work. How very clever you are.
There are many humans in this world. Of that I know. The human who spoke with me, however, was special. She was my human. Girlfriend.
I need to turn down the music just a little bit more.
Yeah, it's kind of loud.
It's really beautifully done, like, don't get me wrong. But I'm having difficulty hearing you read out the parts.
Teehee.
You do not fail to catch the possessive note on the mermaid's voice.
And I cherished her dearly. Dearly!
Dear mention.
Dear. Dear. Dear.
This is you.
Oh shit. Whoopsie. She would come to me on my my ray.
Try again. Take two.
She would come to me on my rock late at night when she was finished with her chores, and we would talk. I asked her a good number of questions about the human realm and about her customs. I fear my endless inquiries must have been rather tedious, but she was always happy to indulge me. She never once scorned me for my ignorance, and neither did she make me feel like a fool. She always made time for me, no matter how many demands she had on her time. She was a farmer's daughter, and she was awfully busy from dawn until dusk, threshing hay and taking the animals out to pasture. She told me of her work, and I marveled at her. Slender though she was, she possessed a truly tremendous amount of strength. I, who have lived in the ocean all my life, cannot countenance working as hard as she did, but she bore her burden without complaining. She was not the prettiest human. Oh, damn. She was not the prettiest human who walked the earth, but that mattered not to me. Her conversation was engaging, and I knew, through our continued encounters, that she meant no ill will. She did not have a single drop of malice in her heart.
The wistful manner in which the mermaid speaks of her friend makes you feel, for a few brief moments, a flicker of some ugly primordial emotion.
Jealous.
Could it be jealousy? Hydrate?
Jealous that she has a girlfriend and you don't.
Stay hydrated, this is a threat.
Hey, sip.
And have a lizard. Oh, wait, wrong one.
Lizard.
I pressed the regular soundboard instead of the Discord soundboard. Good?
Yeah, I just have to adjust.
Alright. Could it be jealousy? It is painful, isn't it, to hear others wax poetic about those they hold dear?
Dear.
Thank you. I was waiting on that.
I think I kind of got it out of my system already, so...
Okay, so you're good? Okay.
Yeah.
It is painful, isn't it, to hear others wax poetic about those they hold dear, particularly when you yourself have never been regarded in so intimate a manner? You have, for many, many years, been woefully alone. But you are not alone now. You are with a mermaid, and she is with you. And though she might prefer to be in the company of an industrious farmhand, the farmland is not here. Excuse me. Where did she go?
Oh, if only I knew. She quite simply disappeared one day, almost as if she had been whisked away by a wicked spirit.
So I will take like a pause here.
Pause.
Sorry, I had a cough there. The second thing, though, is one thing I'm noticing about the would it be UI possibly, when it comes to knowing what's narrated and what's being said. Only the mermaid has done actual like dialogue, as in quotation.
Yeah, I've also noticed that, and it kind of bothers me.
It's like, okay, is this supposed to be said? Is this supposed to be thought? Like, I'm a little confused on that.
Yeah.
But overall, this is really pretty. I'm still looking forward to seeing how this story goes. Will you read it again?
Oh, yeah. Oh, if only I knew. She quite simply disappeared one day, almost as if she had been whisked away by a wicked spirit.
That seems like quite the anticlimactic ending for such a close relationship. Did the farmhand not tell her companion beforehand that she might one day disappear?
No, she did not. Nothing of the sort happened. It was all very sudden.
So, you ask, feeling affronted upon the mermaid's behalf, did she not give you any warning? Like, you could have dialogue quotation marks here in this because you're saying like, so you ask, feeling affront.
Yeah.
Okay, that's the only comment I'm gonna make about it so far.
Not a single one.
And when you ask, see, like right there too. Okay, I'm done. And when you ask, did she disappear?
I do not know, in truth. Time is a strange concept to beings such as myself, particularly as it seems to ebb and flow differently both above and below the surface. You humans have a strange compulsion to pin down and place labels upon everything. You have names for your seasons, and for your months, even for your days of the week.
I don't know if the
It is
outside
all
can be
very-
heard right now. There's sirens going off.
Oh, I couldn't hear it. I don't know about stream though. It is all very precise.
I think there might be an ambulance parked right across from my building.
Uh-oh.
It's common here in this area, because there's like a lot of elderly residents in my apartment complex, and the surrounding ones too.
Yeah. We merfolk, however, do not bother with such affairs. Perhaps because we live for so much longer than you humans do. We have no need to obsessively document our days. Not when we have so many of them at our disposal.
Just curious. Hold on. Alright. This curious remark catches your attention. How long exactly do mermaids live for? The mermaid does not look much older than you do, but you cannot help but wonder.
My, nosy, aren't we?
The mermaid asks, and she laughs, a soft tinkling sound like that of a bell, which makes you blush. And were you being nosy?
And
Perhaps you were. You have always had a thirst for knowledge, not of the dry, dusty academic variety, but of stories peopled with strange persons. Literature was the only subject you were ever any good at.
Again, it is hard for me to quantify, but to put it in terms a human like you can understand. Don't say it like that, girl. I suppose we mermaids, we mermaids can live for centuries.
Centuries? That is quite a surprise. But perhaps it shouldn't be. You have been subjected to any number of surprises tonight. What is one more to add to the pile?
I have not been waiting quite that long, however, for my friend to return to me. I think it's been but a few seasons. It might not sound like much, but it does sound like much, actually. Never before have I been so aware of the passage of time.
It was a few seasons, that is 3 to 4, so at least that's a year or almost a year.
Yeah. I've experienced any number of wants during my life, but I've never wanted anything quite as badly as I want to see her.
Aww.
Okay. I wish she would sit with me, and she would talk to me just one more time. But perhaps I'm asking for an impossibility. I have been waiting for long enough now to
Yep. Sorry, nothing I can do about this. Please just bear with.
Yeah. Shut up. Okay. To presume that she will not be returning to me. I fear that something must have happened to her family. Or perhaps her whole village.
You can hear the worry throbbing in the You can hear the worry throbbing in the mermaid's voice, so potent that, for a few moments, you swear you can feel the depths of her sorrow within your own breast. Her sadness over this human girl is a deep, dark thing, almost fathomless. You cannot let yourself indulge it for too long. Otherwise, you fear you might drown in it. Ruefully, you tell the mermaid once more that you cannot help her. You are only a traveler, after all. What do you know of a single, insignificant farmhand in a nearby village?
Yes, I thought you might say that. It's quite unfortunate, but... oh well.
Now there's a backing up construction song.
Beep, beep, beep.
Ah, yay!
Fish.
Fish.
Lizard.
I've been waiting for this. Oh, hi. Thanks for checking in. I'm still a piece of garbage.
Lizard.
Lizard.
I'm still a piece of lizard. I don't know when this is gonna end. So, Chad, have you been enjoying this story so far? You having fun?
Having fun, Cat?
You having fun, Chad?
Yes.
Peace. Okay, I think we're good. I think there's no more backing up sound. Hopefully,
Okay.
maybe.
I ought not to reflect upon all that I am missing. That would be churlish of me. And it would not be fair to you either. You did not approach me, I am sure, with hope of hearing about all of my woes. I should be grateful instead for all it is that I do have. I still have my long, long life, which stretches before me like a golden cord, and of course, I have you now.
Does she?
Yes. Do I not? I ought to go soon before my absence is noticed. But will you not come to visit me again tomorrow night? I think I would like that. I've always enjoyed speaking to humans. You make me feel less alone.
You cannot help but feel, as the mermaid observes you with those enchanting eyes of hers, that she does not truly wish to speak to you for your sake. She wants to use you, instead, as a substitute for the farmhand that she has been missing so very ardently. The thought stings, though you really ought to be used to it. Still, to be held in lower esteem than a farmhand, of all things. It makes your self-esteem sting. You try not to let the mermaid notice this, though. The woes of your past are not her fault, much as the woes of her past are not yours. It is silly, in any case, to be jealous of a girl who might very well be dead. Hi, Jessie. Welcome on in. You shouldn't be alone. Yeah. Yeah, well, I mean, I'm home alone right now, so, like, she's at a concert. Well, not really concert, but, like, live show. At a bar. It is silly, in any case, to be jealous of a girl who might very well be dead. That is what you tell yourself. It is the only way to prop up your bruised sense of self-worth. You would. You'd tell the mermaid, after a pause. Like to see her again. You would like that very much. Oh.
Oh, thank you.
Sorry. Can you go one more time?
Oh, thank you. I've been feeling very gloomy for quite some time, but seeing you has invigorated me. Finally, it feels as though I can smile again.
Did she not smile, you wonder, after her friend disappeared?
I did not, no. I did not have the heart. Without her, the world seemed very dull and drab. Your company has cheered me up immensely. This is why I like humans so much. You're not callous and unfeeling like the merfolk who live beneath the water's surface. You're much kinder than they are.
Oh, if only she knew. If the mermaid was aware, I wonder, of how petty you are and how jealous, would she still care for you? Well, that is neither here nor there. So, Jesse, we have Emily here as our guest today to be voicing in this visual novel. We are also live on YouTube, so say hi to YouTube. And if you interact in the YouTube chat and in the stream, then you get a cookie. And it would make me very happy, and I would be so honored if people help show support this way. You know? Well, that is neither here nor there. Scene change. Alright, now let's wait until the next dialogue point. You can go back looking at Harpy Ladies, I guess.
I guess. I closed my Yu-Gi-Oh though.
Thank you. You agree to meet with the mermaid come sundown for the following night. Then make your slow, stumbling way back up the cliffs. Then to the cottage you have purloined as your own. So we're squatting now.
Yeah. A squatter. I hardly know her.
Lizard.
Once indoors, you settle down upon your pallet, and then you close your eyes. The sighing of the wind outside and the distant roiling of the waves against the rocks do not disturb you. You feel, after your midnight encounter of a Mirish? Murish. Okay. You feel, after your midnight encounter of the Murish kind, quite at ease, perhaps prematurely so. What happened to the icy fear which prompted your frantic flight through the forest? Thank you for interacting in the YouTube chat, Emily.
You're welcome.
What happened to the icy fear which prompted your frantic flight through the forest? Where has all that gone? Do you not think you are being a bit complacent? No? Oh well. You will. The following morning, when it arrives, is cloudy and overcast. It is not a particularly pleasant morning, but at least it is not raining. That is some small consolation. That is some small consolation. Wow. You rise from your straw pallet, stretching, then glance about the interior of the fisherman's cottage. It looked dilapidated last night, when much of it was obscured by the shadows, but it looks even more so when subjected to the morning's light. The cottage's interior the cottage's interior has the distinct, disquieting appearance of having been abandoned in a hurry. There is broken pottery strewn upon the ground, and the singular wooden chair, which once must have stood by a singular wooden table, is lying on the floor. English is hard for you today, Kappa? I mean, any day any speaking is difficult for me. The doors of the cupboards, meanwhile, are ajar. The shelves within the shelves within depressingly bare. A quick search reveals a handful of edibles.
Yeah.
Are you nodding on something right
Yeah, I'm eating chips.
now? Ooh, nice. That's why you're muting. Gotcha. A quick search reveals a handful of edibles, but there is precious little to be getting on with. If you wish to live here comfortably, you will have to look into foraging. You ate very little last night, and your stomach is empty. It was the malcontented rumblings of your stomach, in actual fact, which roused you from your slumber. But your body seems to be very far away indeed, much like the grey clouds which choked the sky. You are not thinking of your own physical discomforts. You are dwelling, instead, upon the events of the night prior. You cannot help but think of the mermaid. Did you truly meet an aquatic maiden last night during your nightly stroll when you could not sleep? Excuse me. It sounds unreal, especially now that the sun has risen and the shadows from the night prior have dispersed. You cannot quite believe it. It must have been a dream. But why, then, can you recall it so very clearly? You help yourself to the scant food and drink available to you, all the while thinking of your next course of action. Now what are you to do? You plan, of course, to return to the shore come nightfall, so that you might once again see the mermaid, but the night will not arrive for quite some time. You need to find some means of keeping yourself occupied until then. The uninspiring interior of the cottage does not furnish you with any particular ideas, so you decide to go for a walk. Your soul still ache after your exertions last night, but if you go slowly, you ought to be alright. That is what you hope, at least. You do not want to spend much longer than you have to in the fisherman's cottage, no matter how cold it might be outdoors. It almost as cold inside as it is out, and in any case, the cottage is far too small. You leave the cottage behind you and set off. You do not know where exactly you are going, but you suppose it does not matter overly much. You do not have any particular destination in mind. Your meanderings led you to the cliffs, which are steep and sharp. The drop to the shore is a perilous one, so much so that you have to wonder at how you were able to descend the cliffs the night prior to meet the mermaid. You are rather more determined than you ever realized. Though I, of course, could have told you that much. I am me, I say. You are surprisingly capricious? Capricious? Thank you. You are surprisingly capricious for such a small, slender human. You walk along the side of the cliffs, keeping a sensible distance away from the drop of the shore. You might have survived last night's excitement unscathed, but you do not fancy trying your luck. It would be so like you, really, to avoid a drop to your death in the darkness, only to stumble during the morning light and take an irreversible tumble. Your fortunes have never been the fairest. Your meanderings along a cliff reveal to you all manner of curious flora. You thought the night prior that the cliffs were weather blasted, but you can see now that your assumptions were incorrect. There are flowers here, very warm and bright, like the sun's light during the summertime. Or, you think, with a flush of pleasure, the fair hair of a mermaid whom you were certain you spoke to last night. These flowers are so very like her hair, it is uncanny. Blonde?
Blonde.
Redhead and a blonde.
Well, isn't that interesting how that worked out?
Yeah! Typecasting. You step towards the flowers, drawn towards them, and sink down to your knees. The tall grass brushes your ankles like a caress, the morning's dew wetting your skirt. Your clothes are getting damp, as are your legs, but you care not for this minor discomfort. You have just had an idea. I have an idea! Why not make a gift for your new friend? You are sure that she would appreciate it. Why would she not? She told you, in a voice which was steeped with dollar, that she had been feeling lonely. Dollar or dollar?
Delore, I think.
Dolor?
But that's a guess.
Okay. Anyway. You want to see her again. And when you next see her, you would like to make her smile. Sorry, I'm having some water here. It is with this thought in mind that you begin to pick the flowers which are growing upon the cliffside. These flowers do not have any thorns, and their delicate stems snap easily enough between your fingers. You take care when plucking these flowers to leave a substantial amount of stem intact. Are we making a flower crown? I think we're making a flower crown.
Sounds like it.
You will need these stems so that you might twine the flowers together. You mean to make for your mermaid a diadem, something she will be able to wear in her hair.
Flower crown.
Flower crown. This tiara is certain to suit her. Flower crown.
Flower crown.
This tiara is certain to suit her. She is so pretty. Anything would suit her. You continue to work slow and steadfast as the weak sun shines. It takes time, but you are eventually able to fashion something you are satisfied with. You only hope the mermaid will feel similarly. If, indeed, she really does exist. Carefully, you pocket your makeshift diadem, then decide to forage for some food. You discover...
I would have done the food one first.
I know, right? But she was just drawn by those flowers. She was compelled.
Yay.
Love makes you do some silly things. Including going against, priority. Natural priority. Just go against it. Deviate from priority. That's it. You discover, during your search, some fruit trees whose sweet burdens are enough to fortify your spirits. For the present, at least. It is fortunate, really, that you are so excited about your moonlight rendezvous with a mermaid. If you were less focused upon the future and dwell? Or intro vibes. Hi Toast! Welcome on in! Say hi to YouTube! Welcome to Visual Novel Day. We're playing It Gets So Lonely here. This is a game you can find on Steam. And also itch.io for free. And so far we've only had one character really do dialogue, and that is our special guest, Emily!
It's me.
Smash that like button. If you interact with the YouTube chat, you get a cookie. Help support my YouTube channel. One of the reasons for this gauntlet. Yay! If you were less focused upon the future and dwelt more in the immediate present, you might have more of an appetite. Oh, yes, hyper focus.
Yeah.
I'm being I'm being called out in this game, and I don't know how to feel about it. The emptiness in your stomach assuaged, you return to the cottage. Where at you mean to wait for the setting of the sun. Tyler, welcome on in. You get a cookie. Thank you for supporting my YouTube stream. There is very little to do, you soon discover, in the cottage other than checking the cupboards and sweeping the floor. Occupations which both feel depressingly pointless. There are no books to read either, with which you might pass your idle hours. Hydrate.
Sip.
Chat, sip some water. Sending you the energy because you're awesome. Hi, Panda. Welcome on in. Thank you very much for coming by to say hi. Say hi to YouTube, too. We're also streaming on YouTube. You do, however, busy yourself with trying to light a fire so that you might ward off the cold. We're playing a game called It Gets So Lonely Here. It is a free visual novel you can find on Steam and itch.io. And, we're just going through our first route so far. We've been at this for 2 hours now. Well, actually, no, technically just under 2 hours. The time is horribly slow in passing, in part because you have precious little to do, but also because you cannot stop thinking of the mermaid. Will she really return to the shore as she said she would? Hi, Min. Welcome on in. I'm not reading that aloud. Can you truly trust her? Oh, you hope that you can.
I'll read it. Cami is cute.
Alright. Welcome on in. Say hi to YouTube. We're also streaming on YouTube. If she were not present at your designated meeting place, you'd think you would die from disappointment. Boop. And have a lizard.
Lizard.
You did.
The seconds continue to trickle by, unchecked by an hourglass, and as they do, the sun sinks beneath the horizon. Part of you worries, however, that it might still be too early to search for the mermaid. Will she be there yet? You sit there, your stomach tied up in anxious knots, and as you listen to the wind which buffets your windows, you hear it. The sound is faint, but you recall it well from the night before. There is a single, solitary voice outdoors, tempest-tossed amidst the roiling waves. The voice is a high, clear one, silvery, if indeed voices can have colors. Like a finely polished dinner plate in a noble woman's home. The voice belongs, of course, to the mermaid. Who else do you know with a voice as angelic as that? Relief begins to bubble up inside you, a relief so potent you feel dizzy from it. She did not abandon you after all. Why, you wonder, did you ever think she would? She said that she wanted to see you. Did you think that a mere nicety? Buoyed, as if by a gentle breeze, you hurry to the door. I like how they use buoyed there. Buoyed. With trembling fingers. They are trembling, I presume, from excitement rather than fear. Are these trembling by fear or excitement? I don't know, but like, you seize the handle, then turn it. Then you step out into the dark, inky night. You walk towards the cliffs, as you did the night prior, beneath the cover of the inky blue sky, the wind moaning pitifully with every step you take. Your soul still aches from your expedition the day prior, but you are able to ignore this discomfort. It seems irrelevant, really, when compared to the prospect of once again meeting the mermaid. You have known her for only one night, yet she has come to mean more to you than your own well-being. Emily, I just noticed something. When did this happen?
Just now.
Okay, so I just caught it. This is beautiful. Hey guys, did you know that Emily is also an artist? She does commissions. This is so cute. Hold on, I gotta make you bigger. Give me a sec here. There we go. Gaze upon its glory.
Gaze upon her.
Here, I'm gonna put you in the water. Hold on. Here you go. There you go, sir.
That's me.
It's you. My face is red. Not red, warm. I mean, it's probably red, but it's definitely warm. Okay, let's put you back. Oh my goodness, alright, just make you a little bit bigger. There we go. Ah, cute, adorable. You can find Emily's platforms in the video description. Go and follow and subscribe. Go support my dear. Ah. Yippee!
I was like, I can bust that out in like 2 minutes. Give me a second, and then I did.
It's wonderful.
I'm surprised you caught it right when it happened.
Okay, honestly, I did not see when it had happened. I just looked over for a second, like, wait a second.
I was gonna see if you noticed for a little bit, and then I was gonna be like, I may have done something.
This is so cute. Oh my gosh, I can't. Ahem. You have known her for only one night, yet she has come to mean more to you than your own well-being. You would do anything for the mermaid if she asked it. Well, almost anything.
What were you thinking that made you go, almost?
It's on the kinky. Maybe.
Yeah, maybe if she asks really nicely.
Maybe also the not being eaten. You know, 4 is that's probably, well, no, that counts as a kinky.
I mean, could be.
You're shit. You hurry down the sharp incline of the cliffs to the shore, almost stumbling in your scuffed brown shoes, which really were not built with rock climbing in mind. So frantic are you in your attempts to once again make the mermaid's acquaintance, you very nearly fall. Cami, I like how we could do something 2 hours ago, then you notice Kappa. Listen. When I'm pulled into a story, there is nothing else. It's only because I have chat open for both platforms that I can actually see what's going on. So frantic are you in your attempts to once again make the mermaid's acquaintance, you very nearly fall. It is a good thing that you still have enough sense about you to regain your footing. Otherwise, this tale would come to a premature ending. Plot armor?
Plot armor.
Plot armor.
She needs to be mermaid dinner.
Excuse me.
Girl dinner.
Girl dinner.
Girl dinner.
Eventually, you make your way onto the shore, then approach the jagged outcrop of rock whereat you last saw the mermaid. Like the night prior, the mermaid is perched upon these rocks, her fair hair strewn about her shoulders. When she sees you from across... Yeah, it's time for you to lock in. When she sees you from across the shore, she ceases her singing, and her eyes light up. Or at least they seem to.
So you have returned to me, my hero.
The mermaid says, and then, lightly, she giggles.
Or perhaps I should say heroine.
Her praise makes you blush. You do not feel worthy of it. Nobody has called you a heroine before. You do not even think of yourself as a heroine. If a story were made about you, you rather think that you would be a supporting character, one without her own voice. Yeah, honestly. This is too real. What is with this story being told?
Calling you out.
I honestly am fine being a supporting character. I'm usually the background stagehand. I'm behind the scenes. Anyway, you are not interesting enough. Mermaid seems to think that you are, though. She is staring at you delightedly, as though you are the one person in the world she most wishes to speak to. She's like, I'm hungry.
I'm hungry. Come
Let me nibble.
Just a couple fingers, you won't even miss them.
The thought makes you tremble, but not as much as the mermaid's gaze.
She has multiple gays. I only have one gay.
You tell the mermaid that you do not think you are so very brave, but she dismisses your awkward remark with a laugh.
Haha. I think you are. I saw the way you scaled those cliffs. I thought that was very heroic.
Oh, so she saw that, did she?
Yeah, she's fucking watching you from the water like
Like a predator?
Twitch. I hate you, Twitch.
Are you okay?
Like peeking out of the water.
Oh, that's what you were doing. I see.
Yeah, for some reason, Twitch refuses to put that in my frequently used emotes.
You guys gotta use it more.
Search for it.
What if you just copied it so you could paste it?
I suppose, but then
Also, you know, you can just do the colons, type in the ME, and start going into like the rest of the code, which is MED18 peak. So
maybe if I just do this, Twitch will get the idea.
oh, also you could probably do colon peak, and then it pulls it up immediately like this. If you know the code, you don't have to go searching.
That is helpful. I apparently have 3 peak emotes.
This is an ID Cami tip of the day. No, not really. I'll give more later. Probably, maybe. Anyway, continue.
Still, it annoys me.
Oh, looks like ad start in 3 minutes. Then did she see how you slipped down the cliffs, grazing your palms in the process, and how you very nearly fell? You've never been the most graceful of girls, but to have your failings exposed before a being as poised and as perfect as the mermaid? It stings a little bit more, in fact, than the resultant grazes on your palms. I'm getting ghost pains on my palm. Your clumsiness brought you. Kappa also, but not Kappa. You tell the mermaid that there was nothing so very heroic about all of that. You were simply excited, that is all, to see her again. You weren't thinking.
Well, that makes 2 of us. I was excited to see you again.
She was?
Naturally, I had a very good time speaking to you last night. I had hoped that we might resume our correspondence. That is why I came to the rocks a bit earlier than usual. I was waiting for you. Did you hear my song?
Yes, you reply with... Sorry, hold on. Yes, you reply with a nod of your head. You heard it all the way in the abandoned cottage. It called out to you. Like a spell. Like witchcraft.
Yeah, it's almost like she's got her claws sinking into you.
Soon.
That was the general idea. I was singing for you.
Me when I'm stimming. She was? You do not think that you are worthy of the mermaid's song, but if she does not mind dedicating her voice to you, then...
Well, who else would I dedicate my voice to? There's nobody else to hear me.
That is a good point, you suppose. Shyly, you look back at the mermaid. You thank her for her song. It was very beautiful. Then tell her, before you can lose your nerve, that you have prepared a present for her too. No, don't get in the water! Don't get in the water!
Get in the water, get in the water. Oh? Oh? Have you really?
You have. It is a small thing, nothing more than a silly trinket. But if it would not be too much of an imposition, then... With clumsy fingers, you reach into your pocket. Flower crown. For a few moments, you fret that you near fall down the cliff might... you fret that your near fall down the cliff might have damaged the delicate chain nestled within it, but your worries are in vain. The chain is surprisingly sturdy, given it was made with only a few flowers, and it has held firm against the odds. You handle the chain with great care all the same. However, as you hold it out, presenting it for the mermaid's approbation. Approbation. The mermaid...
I don't know how the song goes.
We just doing funky town.
No.
That's what you did.
Well, the song that is from the Dog of Wisdom is the original one that the Dog of Wisdom is singing is it goes, believe it or not, I'm walking on air, and I don't know the rest of it.
I thought it was Let Me Take You to Funky Town. Okay.
Anyway.
See? You handle the chain.
Kind of, I get it.
You handle the chain with great care all the same. However, as you hold it out, presenting it for the mermaid's approbation. No, we're done. It was for the mermaid that you fashioned this chain. You thought that it would look nice nestled in her hair. You were pleased with the chain when you first made it, but after looking at the mermaid, you have begun to reconsider. The mermaid's beauty is otherworldly, so much so it almost hurts to look at her. Your flower crown, by comparison, seems very meager offering indeed, flower crown. The longer you hold your gift out, the more unworthy it feels. You have half a mind, as the seconds elapse, to snatch your silly, wholly unworthy gift back from the mermaid before she can judge you too harshly. But the mermaid's lips curve upwards into a smile and, in a voice so full of gratitude it makes your heart throb, she says,
Oh my, did you make this for me?
Well, yes, you reply, still feeling a little flustered. You saw these flowers earlier when you went for a walk, and they made you think of her. Not, you hasten to add, that you think her beauty is comparable to these flowers. They are far inferior when contrasted with her good looks. You simply thought. You were unable to get the rest of the sentence out, however, because the mermaid interrupts you, not rudely, but with something resembling compassion. Perhaps she pities you. She must be able to hear how your voice is trembling. Can she also see the way your hands tremor? Oh dear.
She can smell the the cortisol in your blood.
I just had like a violent jerk right there because of that motorcycle just taking off just now. Oh boy. Yep, there it is.
This is just like the Yuri manga I read where the siren is like, I'm gonna eat, but you have to be happy first. Sad people taste gross.
Faint heart never won the hand of a fair maiden, you know. What happened to all of your confidence?
I think your gift is wonderful. I did not at all expect it, but it is really pretty.
Sorry, can you go again?
I think your gift is a wonderful one. I did not at all expect it, but it really is pretty.
Thank you. You look at your feet, too shy to meet the mermaid's gaze. Then you say, very quietly, that you are glad that she thinks so, but she does not need to spare your ego. You have precious little of it left as it is. The mermaid seems touched by your shyness. Perhaps she likes her prey to be self-conscious, because she smiles. Oh good, we haven't actually fallen for the charm and be like, yeah, there's no way you're gonna kill me.
You're not gonna kill me, right? You're not gonna eat me. I'm not simply Take two. I'm not simply saying things to spare your ego. I'm not like that. Humans might spout platitudes as easily as they breathe air, but I do not compliment others unless I truly mean it. Is that not the point of speech? To have an honest dialogue with one another? God, she's so me. I also don't say nice shit unless I mean it.
Let's go.
If one party in a conversation is withholding their true intentions, then conversation is impossible.
Hi Lord, welcome back.
Playing games is a waste of my time, particularly given my time above the surface is so very limited.
Oh. You blush at this, more deeply still, and survey the mermaid beneath the full fringe of your eyelashes. Then, she really does like it?
Did I not just say that? You humans are so very funny. What with all your second guessing? She was like that too in the beginning. My ex-girlfriend.
She?
My friend.
The mermaid's answer is a simple one, but it makes your stomach clench regardless. Ah yes, her friend. How could you have forgotten about her?
She used to make me gifts too, you know. Gifts like this one. She would pick flowers on the cliff over there, where I could not tread.
Sorry, 1 second. I need to go and turn on my room light. I am in darkness now. The sun has set. Let there be light. I can see. Darkness. Okay. Ready?
Yes.
The mermaid gestures with one hand to the cliffs, which tower above the shore, tall and imposing, as though to stab the sky above.
And she would fashion them into crowns like this one, and bracelets. I was appreciative of her tokens, though she was similarly shy when she first presented them to me. She did not seem to think much of her handiwork. You and her are remarkably similar, really.
There is no guile in the mermaid's voice, but her words have rather taken the wind out of your sails. Of course, the cowherd gave the mermaid... Whoa, hold on. Cowherd?
Yeah, cowherd.
That's the title? Okay.
Probably not title, but... I mean, it sounded like she handled animals.
Okay. Of course, the cowherd gave the mermaid gifts. Why would she not?
Person who heard cow? Have you heard of the herd?
Oh no, don't start this. Don't start it. Sorry, I cannot hear Mila talk about blushing and not remember certain fan... we are not recalling that on a YouTube video. Thank you. The mermaid is beautiful. She is so very beautiful. Like a solitary goddess, she seems to invite tribute simply by existing. Were you more religious or more no, hold on. Irreligious? What?
Like, not religious.
Yeah, I didn't realize like that was a negative form. Irreligious. Maybe? You might even consider worshipping her. Though, in essence, is that not what you were doing with your flower crown? It's called gift giving? It's called a love language? Because yes, apparently this character could be crushing on the mermaid while also fearing for their life to be eaten. How silly of you.
Okay, mermaids can have a type.
How silly of you to think that your idea was an original one.
I might be accustomed to gifts, but it has been a long time since any human has bequeathed me with anything. This is a pleasant surprise. I am truly thankful for your kindness, dear one. Dear!
Dear mention.
Dear mention.
The mermaid leans forwards on her rock so as to pluck the circlet from your fingers. Her benevolent smile, all the while, is Her benevolent smile, all the while, is unwavering.
And now that I took your gift, now that I look at your gift more closely, I rather think it's of a superior quality to the gifts of my old friend. To the gifts my old friend once gave me.
I'm glad I'm not the only one that is silly.
Yeah.
We can be silly together.
I like how the mermaid is wearing like bone jewelry.
Oh yeah, I noticed that. I noticed that now. Is that like... yeah, I can see that as bones.
I mean, what else would it be?
Teeth.
I suppose.
Which technically is a cartilage bone.
Bone.
So it's a bone! Regardless.
Bones.
Teeth are bone. Who knew? Kappa. Now, this is enough to make you start, if the touch of the mermaid's fingers upon your own was not. Could your silly gift really be better than those she once accepted?
I think so. My friend's trinkets were all rather clumsy in execution, though I cherished them nonetheless. They were very precious to me. They did not last for long, though. Not when I took them with me to my home beneath the ocean. The waters soon render the fragile links between the flower and stem asunder.
Yippee! Sorry, I just had...
I'm going to do to you once you step into the water.
Rend!
I'm gonna rip your head off and drink the marrow from your bones.
Bow! Sorry.
Your diadem, however, seems more sturdy. But it is, by the same token, very delicate. Like you, against my hands. I can crush you without even thinking. You must be very good with your hands. Wink, 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 wink.
Oh, wait.
Wink.
You think back briefly on your disastrous sewing lessons in the past. Hydrate! Have a lizard.
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 Lizard. You think back briefly on your disastrous sewing lessons in the past, of your numerous failed attempts to thread your needle while the other girls giggled at you, and you blush. Alright, well, so, I'll have you know, my sewing skills, hand sewing, fantastic. My needlework skills, fantastic.
Yeah, oh, yeah, you don't say. No way I'd believe that, Crystal Cross Stitch, if that is your name.
Not on YouTube. Not on YouTube.
Shall we?
You think the mermaid's rays might be a touch too abusive. You tell the mermaid as much, but she only laughs. I do not think so. Oh, that's you.
That's me.
Yeah, sorry.
I do not think. I do not think so now. But now.
I'm a little flustered, sorry.
You're fine. If that is your name. Anyway.
The mermaid places your floral trinket upon her head, over her long fair hair, then surveys you in a manner which seems almost coquettish.
She's wearing it.
Oh, they look like Tsubaki! Oh, come on!
What do you think?
They look like Tsubakis. They're not yellow anymore. They were yellow before.
Matter with me? Let's take a closer look. The monkeys.
So, fun fact, I have a favorite flower that's called Camellia flower, also informal way of saying Camilla, aka my name, my online platform name.
No way. Who would have guessed that?
The red Tsubakis are my favorite, as you can see right above my head here.
No
And
way.
in my logo, and in my branding, and anyway, can you reread the line?
Yeah, hold on. What do you think?
You think that the mermaid looks radiant, though that is less because of your gift and more because of her natural looks. You tell the mermaid this, though not in terms quite as glowing, and she giggles.
You were selling yourself too short. Fuck. Shit. You are selling yourself too short. I think your gift is lovely, really. The flowers rather match my hair.
But they're red now.
They're orange, at most.
They're like a reddish orange. But considering they're using like pastel colors and such, you know. Maybe. No, that's not pastel. That's
They would look more purple if,
yeah,
in this lighting if they were red.
that's true. Yes, you answer with a nod of your head. That is why you picked those flowers. She is all you have been able to think of.
Oh, sorry.
That's you.
I'm glad that you've been thinking of me. I, in truth, have been thinking of you, though I did not wish to say as much.
No?
No, it would be embarrassing to confess how much I have been looking forward to our reunion, if you did not feel similarly. I do not care to pine for humans from afar. But if you care for me as I do you, then it makes me feel less alone.
You hasten to assure the mermaid, your face aflame. Do you ever stop blushing? Goodness gracious! That you do care for her. Very much so. You have not known her for very long, but she has certainly made an impression upon you. She is such an easy conversationalist. The time simply slips by when you are together. And it does not hurt, of course, that she is so pretty.
I've heard it said, yes, that my looks are rather appealing. My old friend was similarly complimentary.
Telling each other you're cute.
Yeah. You're so pretty, I know. Look at me. I cannot blame you humans for being so taken with me, when my form is so very graceful. I'm so gorgeous. Look. Your legs seem rather cumbersome in comparison to my smooth, sleek tail. Hold on. Getting perfectly cut. Screenshot.
What?
I'm just gonna give it to you.
Okay. No! 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 Bad! For all intents and purposes, we are not speaking about it. Continue on.
Yeah, I know. That's what I gave it to you. It must be so very depressing to lumber about on land as you do, living your days beneath the harsh sun and the cool, unfeeling moon. Sometimes I rather think I pity you. But the surface is a good deal brighter than it is beneath the ocean. I will grant you that much.
You agree with the mermaid, still feeling flushed, that there are some perks to having legs, an agreement which makes the mermaid giggle.
I'm certain that...
Sorry.
I should have done some vocal exercises. Stop.
Okay.
I'm certain. Fuck.
You got this, dear.
Okay, maybe if I just read it in my head for a second.
Okay.
I'm certain that there are, though you cannot explore the ocean's depths as I can. I presume you've never tried it.
You shake your head. No. You never thought to do
In the
so.
water with me. The water's perfect.
Penelope, what? Okay. You had never thought. You know I'm too shy. You had never thought to do so, largely because you have never been so close to sea before, not in all of your life. You did not have much opportunity for nautical exploration in the past. You were not allowed to go anywhere then, save to the local church. It was quite a lonely existence.
Well now, that is a pity. You were kind enough to give me a gift, fashioned from flowers which grow where I cannot reach them. So perhaps I ought to return the favor.
The favor?
I'll bring you down into the water. Yes, that's... I'm too giggly about the idea that
You can do this. You can do this.
Yes, that is right. It would seem only fitting that I give you something which can only be found in the ocean's depths. Perhaps we could look at it as a form of cultural exchange.
Oh, no, you protest, your eyes wide. You couldn't possibly put such a burden upon her. You did not give her a gift, after all, because you wanted to receive anything in return. Anything other than her friendship, that is. Her conversation is more than enough to satisfy you. You do not need any physical presence on top of that. But it's her love language, too! Maybe, possibly.
You come back and she brings you like a sea cucumber. Sea cucumber, some coral, and a salmon. All alive. Which one do you want?
The mermaid does not seem convinced, however, by your naysaying. She raises one eyebrow. Even this gesture is performed elegantly. Then says,
If my company is all it takes to satisfy you, then you are easy to please indeed. Please do not rebuff me. I am offering because I wish to do this.
honestly, I'm very easy. Spending quality time, that's a love language.
Remember what I said. I do not say things for the sake of it.
Well, you murmur, she really doesn't mind.
You could also be straight up lying, so she can get you in the water.
We're gonna find out.
Of course I do not mind. Now wait here. I will not be very long.
If this ends up becoming like the choice is go in the water or don't go in the water, and then it just has those as the only routes.
Then we're going in the water.
We're going in the water. We're gonna be all martyrdom just for the fish.
Yeah.
Can
Glory, glory, what a hell of a
you read that again?
Of course I do not mind. Now wait there. I will not be very long. It would be rude to abandon my new friend in the midst of a conversation.
The mermaid turns her attention towards the clear, mirror-like water which shimmers beneath the moonlight. Then she dives. Her body arches elegantly through the air, her long, slender limbs cleaving through the surface of the water with nary a ripple. The mermaid's face is first submerged, then her torso, and, at long last, her tail. The water rushes forth to envelop her as though it has been waiting for her. It subsumes her. It swallows her. Then she disappears from view. The mermaid is gone, but you are still there. Well, now what are you to do? There's nothing that can be done, you suppose, save waiting. You stand there for several moments, watching the black water lap against the shore. The breeze howls mournfully, like a wounded animal, as it buffets? Not buffets, but buffets. Okay. Your hair about your face, and your torn skirt around your legs. Time elapses, but how much of it? While you stand there, fretfully, feeling as ostentatious. I got this. Thank you. Feeling as ostentatious as Maple. When will the mermaid return? Will she ever return? You are starting to worry. Is that all you do? When? Look, over there, by the rocks upon which the mermaid once sat. The water is rippling. It looks as though your new friend has returned. The mermaid pulls herself onto the rocks, using a surprising amount of upper body strength, then smiles at you.
I apologize for the wait. I hope it did not make you worry.
You were worrying, but you are not half so honest as the mermaid. Mermaids might be spoken of as devious tricksters who lure sailors to their deaths, but they are what? Hold on.
Are in actuality.
But they are in actuality very sincere. Do you see the double R right here?
Oh, yeah, I see the double R.
Yeah, that's what had me going like, wait, what? Hold on. But they are in actuality very sincere. They are much more sincere than most humans. Are you sure about that?
Wait till she says, "Come into the water."
Penelope, no, I can't keep doing that. Wait, hold on. You have seen Epic, right? You know the song?
I haven't seen it, but I've heard it.
Okay. Well, there is the song with Odysseus and the Sirens.
I know.
That I'm just constantly referencing. So, what if at one point you're like, I would take the suffering from life? Perhaps that is why your kind fears them so. There are a few creatures who inhabit this world whose capacity for lying is greater than your own. You tell the mermaid that you are not worrying, and she answers with a wry smile.
I'm not so sure about that.
The mermaid is wilier than you are giving her credit for. She has seen straight through you.
But no matter. It took me some time, but I was finally able to retrieve for you a gift. Please be a whole salmon. I do not have the means to turn this to a pretty piece of jewelry, as you did with the flowers, but I wish to give it to you nonetheless.
Seashell? What are we gonna guess? Sea glass or seashell?
I'm thinking like a conch or something.
You think conch?
Conch.
Chat, what do you think? Sea glass or seashell?
Those seashells by the seashore. You sure bet she does.
What the fuck? Emily.
Have you seen that meme that's like vampire at your door going, what comes between land and sea? And also, may I come in? And they're like, sure, and then they're
I had not seen that one. Okay. That's funny though. Will you read this one again?
I was thinking about sure. I do not have the means to turn this into a pretty piece of jewelry, as you did with the flowers, but I wish to give it to you nonetheless. I do hope that you like it.
The mermaid leans forwards, then holds her gift out towards you. Her slender fingers unfurl about it, like the petals of a flower being folded back, and...
I was right.
Good job. Oh, what a pretty gift it is.
Do you think she, like, pulled the hermit crab out of it? It's like, ooh, pretty shell, hermit crab, fighting her off, and she just grabs it and pulls it out.
Oh no.
My wife.
The ocean might be dark and deep, cold in a feeling, but the same cannot be said for the object which glitters upon the mermaid's palm. She has fished from the depths of the water a beautiful shell, one which shimmers in prismatic colors beneath the moon's light, much like the scales on her tail.
She has...
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.
You're welcome.
It makes me smile. The shell is so very pretty. It quite takes your breath away. You look at the shell, worriedly, your teeth biting your lower lip. That is a bad habit, you know. You will make yourself bleed. I'm aware. Then ask the mermaid if this is really alright.
Mermaid friend will kiss it better. And also get a taste of your blood.
Then ask the mermaid if this is really alright. Would a gift like this not be wasted on you?
Girl, it's a shell.
It's a token of affection.
Of course not. I want you to have this shell because it makes me think of you.
She's pebbling!
Very delicious and edible, and belong in the water. Come join me in the water.
It does? How so?
I thought it should be obvious. The shell is a lovely find. As are you.
Oh.
And also, there was a crab inside that was very delicious, just like you. Full of delicious meat.
Did she just call you lovely? And tasty?
Delicious?
Did she just call you a snack?
Yeah. A whole damn meal.
Surely you must have misheard her. You can scarcely believe it. It is an awful lot for you to take in, but...
Now, why are you gawping at me like that? I don't know what that word means.
Gaping?
Google.
Gaping? But why is it spelled with a W?
I think it's a different word.
Oh, not gaping. I'm gonna take a bite of my food while we look this up.
Stare openly in a stupid or rude manner. Why are you gawping at me like that? The wind will... Bleh. The wind will change, you know. And then your face will be stuck like that, which would be quite the shame. You would waste your good looks, which for a maiden such as yourself would be nothing short of a tragedy. She thinks you're pretty.
It seems as... Sorry, I was snacking on something real quick. It seems as though the mermaid really does think you are pretty, after all. The mermaid, with her smooth skin, her fair hair... Her fair hair. Whoa. Whoa. With her smooth skin and her fair hair. You can scarcely believe it. There is something almost laughable about the mermaid's compliments. How could she call you pretty when her looks are so immediately, obviously superior? Tongue-tied, you look at your feet. You do not know how to reply to the mermaid. You have half a mind to refute her words, to tell her that you are not that pretty, not really, but you fear that might look rude. Just say, no you. No you.
No, you.
No you.
No, you.
No you.
Prove it and come into the water.
No you.
No, you. I really have to pee.
Okay, we'll take a bio break in just a sec. Just want to get to...
I think once we're done with the conversation.
You want to get to that point? Okay.
Yeah.
You do not want to rebuff the mermaid's well wishes. There is nothing for it then, but to take the shell, which the mermaid retrieved from the ocean steps for you. You do not think that you are worthy of it, but neither do you want to refuse it.
Now, that is a surprise.
The mermaid says, amused, as you reach for the shell.
I did not think you'd be bold enough to take it. Not without more coaxing on my part.
This is where she drags into the water. Let's go.
Yeah. Come a little closer. Just a little closer. You've exceeded my expectations. What a good girl you are.
Your heart flutters with this praise, and it flutters all the more when your trembling fingers brush against the mermaid's palm. She presses the shell into your skin, and your own fingers tighten about it. The shell is sharp and pointed, and it digs uncomfortably into your skin. It hurts, but there is pleasure in the pain. This, too, feels like a gift from the mermaid. You do not want to spurn it. Even pain can be a precious thing when dealt by one whom you care for. You never knew that before. You hold the shell to your heart, which is beating in a regular rhythm, and look at the mermaid. Then, very softly, you thank her.
Quite all right. It seems only fair after you shared part of your world with me. I wish to share part of my world with you, too. Humans cannot normally descend beneath the ocean's depths, and even if they do, they cannot remain there for very long. You are far too fragile. Would that I could, I would bring you with me to my underwater kingdom, where we might be together.
The mermaid's melodic voice trails away, suffused with something resembling melancholia. She sighs.
I want you to be U-Haul lesbian with me.
Then she shakes her head and smiles.
But this will have to do for the present. Please take care of that shell. Look at it from time to time and think of me. The now is a gift. That's why they call it the present. That's what Oogway said in Kung Fu Panda.
Yes, they did.
That would make me very happy indeed.
Okay, we're gonna take a little bio break here for a moment. So let's just do a save.
Yeah, I gotta go piss.
Alright, we are going to pop on over here. We're gonna take a... You're so big on the couch as a mermaid! We're gonna take a little bit of a bio break here. I recommend people take advantage of a bio break as well, whether you get food, water, stretch, meds, or minor flows that may need it, and more. We'll be back in a little bit. And yeah. Yaha! I return. Thank you for waiting. I forgot to put the emote mode on, so glad nothing really happened. And I also forgot to pause the fishing. Oopsie. It's fine. Let's undeafen here and see if Emily is back. Boing.
Beans?
Lizard.
Lizard?
Fish.
Fish? Welcome back.
Beans.
Are you ready for more?
Yeah.
I'll take that as a yes.
Yeah, I was yawning.
I hope you all had a good... Sorry, I didn't mean to talk over you.
I was yawning in the middle of the yes.
Ah.
Oh, so there's an Angus here.
Yay, Angus!
So hopefully he won't be a pest. I'm sure he will be.
He probably will. For those that require context, Emily's little baby boy cat, by the way, a cat, Angus. He's an absolute mama's boy. So, we may have some special appearance of Angus
Yeah.
from time to time now, because he's decided to investigate. But while we were away on break, I hope everyone had a good bio break. Make sure you're taking good care of yourselves. Get food, get water, get rest. Meds reminder for those that may need it. And let's continue back. Excuse me, sorry. Okay, hold on. Now let's continue back. Sorry, I ate bread. I had my croissants. I went to the grocery store. I went to the grocery store today and they had my croissants in stock, so I got a bag. I did a few productivity things since I had a later start today for a stream. The days pass. Oh, wait. Turn off music. There we go. Pause the music there. The days pass, following this nightly encounter with your aquatic acquaintance with an almost intolerable slowness. You endure the hours of sunlight as best you can by going for long, bracing walks amidst the heather, foraging for berries and fruits among the hedgerows. Hedgerows. Okay, so she's in the Scottish Isles. If there are heather flowers, then that's in Scotland. But this is supposed to be more of like a fictional world, probably.
Hi, Angus.
But heather flowers do grow on islands in similar climate to Scotland. And yes, heather is flowers.
Yeah.
For those that don't know.
I have a little kitty here.
Angus has made his appearance.
So handsome. It's getting good scritches.
You even, when you have mustered up enough courage, take an old fishing line uncovered in the fisherman's cottage and try your luck by the shore. Your initial attempts at angling are without success, but as the time passes, your proficiency of the art grows. Sometime after you take up your rod, you find you are able to catch the odd fish here and there. Small, scrawny things mostly, but the meat goes a ways to bolstering your rudimentary diet. Oh my goodness. Bolstering your rudimentary diet. You teach yourself how to remove the scales of these saltwater fish that you have captured and how to gut them. You learn, too, how to cook them over simple fire. How many days has she spent doing this?
Probably, judging by the previous message, it seemed like it was like at least a week.
A week? Okay. Sometimes you skewer these fish...
Like a mermaid. Life isn't real.
Sometimes you skewer these fish of yours on spikes and roast them slowly, innards and all. You are able to sustain yourself well enough during the day, though the faint pangs of hunger you experience never quite go away. Your physical discomfort, however, is secondary when compared to your desire to visit the mermaid. Your days might be dull and drab, but your nights, comparatively, are made of magic. It is only during the night that the mermaid emerges from beneath the waves, and, when she does, you hurry to her side. You have never before had anybody who took so great an interest in you, not until you met the mermaid. That is why she has grown to mean so very much to you. She is the first friend you ever had. But if you do not temper your obsession accordingly, I fear she may very well be your last. You care little for the potential danger, however, which lurks beneath your interactions with the mermaid. Being eaten?
Falling in love. And also being eaten.
You want only to show the mermaid how much that you value her. And you hope, within time, that she will come to value you too. If you keep seeing her, surely she will stop thinking of her human friend whom she lost so suddenly. That is your plan, at least. Fortunately, your self-serving wish to grow closer to the mermaid seems close to being granted. Your nightly conversations, when you greet her, come easily enough, the words tumbling from your mouth like thread. You have grown rather comfortable in the mermaid's company, and she, yours. She must have, for it is not... Hold on. Gotta love GERD, you know? Acid reflux, yay, Kappa. She must have, for it is not long after you bequeath your diadem of flowers to the mermaid that she looks at you, then posits the queerest question.
I was wondering, dear one.
Dear mention?
I was wondering, dear one, whether you would mind indulging me. Come into the water. I know this might not seem like an appealing proposition, but I thought it would be remiss of me not to ask. Come into the water.
Penelope, why you're no one too shy and terrified.
Oh, Angus, what was that? Is there a bug? He just lunged his hand behind my computer.
Oh no.
His paw, rather. I have seen some of your world, for I have sat on this shore for many, many nights hence. But you have seen nothing of mine, Angus. No!
You have seen nothing might come into the water.
Hold on. Oh, hold on. I
Okay,
need to
okay.
figure this out.
Okay.
Sir. No, you don't get to get out of this by looking cute.
This
No.
brief break is brought to you by Angus.
Ow, 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 ow.
And now we return from our break thanks to Angus.
The boy has bitten me.
Not again.
It looks like it didn't break the skin, so I'm not going to worry about it right now.
Okay, that's good.
It seems unfair that I should know some of your world that you inhabit, while you know so little of my own. Come into the water. See, so care to come with me beneath the ocean's waves? Into the water, come here, it's fine. I certainly will not drown you. There's much that I wish to show you. Sights that cannot, I fear, be accurately represented in language alone. Words can be awfully stifling when it comes to the communication of experiences such as this.
We're gonna do a save and then we're gonna go both routes.
Yeah. Come into the water.
It is quite the florid speech, but at the heart of it beats a simple enough request. The mermaid wishes to bring you beneath the ocean surface so that she might show you her home. You are flattered initially that the mermaid wishes to show you something so personal. But after this flutter of flattery, there comes an uncomfortable sense of unease. The mermaid might feel at home beneath the water's surface, but what of you? You are a human girl with 2 awkward, ungangly legs, and you were not made to live under the sea. You frown, and mistrustfully, you look at the ocean. It is late at night, as it always is when you speak to the mermaid, and the water does not look blue. It appears, instead, to be obsidian. The waves moan as they break against the rocks, which jut out of the shore like a mighty dragon's bones. They sound angry, violent almost. Salty sea spray arcs through the air. Salty sea spray arcs through the air, caught in the moonlight. It shimmers, sharp as knives. Hesitantly, you take a step back. You are a little afraid of the sea. It is so restless, so deep, and so all-consuming it reminds you of a hungry monster. You have never submerged yourself beneath the ocean before. You never had the opportunity. You do not even know how to swim. You are fearful for your own safety. Should you consent to dive beneath the undulating meniscus of the water? I can say meniscus just fine. It's undulating. I have difficulty.
Undulating.
Undulating meniscus of the water, but
Do not look so frightened, dear. I will be with you, and I will not let you go. You have my word. I will not let you go until you perish beneath the waves.
Shyly, you glance at the mermaid. She is still perched upon her rock, her hands folded neatly upon her. Well, she does not have a lap. Not really. You were still afraid, but the mermaid's reassurance does help. Has she not told you numerous times that she is nothing if not honest? You trust her not to break her word. She will not leave you beneath the waves, abandoning you to a cruel, lonely fate to become the food of so many.
I wasn't ready.
Of that, you are certain. That's a raid!
Diana raid.
It's a Zai raid! Mushroom Dragon raid! Mushroom Dragon raid! Hi Zai! Welcome on in! Welcome on in, raiders! Hi, Rainio? Apologies if I mispronounced that. Hi Junie, welcome on in. Say hi to YouTube too, we're streaming on YouTube. Welcome on in, raiders. My name is Camilla Scarlet, also go by Cami for short. I am a hybrid tuber and a part-time cat girl on the internet, and you are catching me doing day 4 of the Gauntlet. This is Visual Novel Day, where for this Gauntlet, I am streaming on both platforms of Twitch and YouTube, so say hi to YouTube too on the Twitch side, and say hi to Twitch on the YouTube side. Yay! I hail from Canada, Ontario. Nice to meet you. Yoshika onegaishimasu. This is a safe space for LGBTQIA+ and neurodivergent community. And if I'm being rude, harassing anyone in this chat, would get lost booted by my lovely mods. Don't be a dick. Also, this is an 18-up channel. If anyone here is under 18 years of age, I do ask you to please leave due to the fact that I don't want to SMS if I see folk. You can check out my about section down below to learn more about me. If you have any questions, feel free to ask, and I can sit back, relax, and enjoy yourself. We are playing a game called It Gets So Lonely Here. This is a Yuri, Toxic Yuri visual novel, and I have Emily joining as my special guest to help with the reading. She's voicing the mermaid right now. That's why she's a silly little dear mermaid. How was your stream, Zai? Thank you again so much for trusting me in the community. Those that came in the raid, make sure you take good care of yourselves. Some after stream self-care, get food, get water, get rest, meds, reminder for those that may need it, and more. But if you wish to stick around, if you interact with the YouTube stream too, you get a cookie. Have a lizard.
Lizard.
There you go. Was she a mermaid earlier? No, she wasn't. She made this.
I most certainly was not.
She made this during the stream once we discovered the mermaid character, and she's like, I'm gonna do something silly.
There was a break where I didn't have many lines, and I was like, my hands together like a little villain.
If you also want to check out It Gets So Lonely Here, visual novel game, you can check out in the video description. It is linked in for the Steam page, or you can search just on Steam for It Gets So Lonely Here. Hi Zai, thank you again so much for the raid. I was talking about you earlier. All good things, of course. Hehe. Hello, sorry PC died a bit. No worries, say hi to YouTube. I'm also streaming on YouTube. If you interact with the YouTube stream, you get a cookie! Thank you again for the raid. I hope Minecraft was a fun time.
Did you mine those crafts? You craft those mines?
For those that don't know, this Friday, aka in 2 days, Zai will be joining me for the Gauntlet special, where we will be having a collab along with Shammy Bun and It's Mr. Castle in the game of Smithworks.
Fellow Emily in chat.
Fellow Emily in chat, let's go! Hello, Emily K. Welcome on in. Say hi to YouTube. We're also streaming on YouTube.
There can only be one. We have to fight to the death.
Candy
right
gets a cookie. Another cookie for Candy. Alright, we are in the midst of this visual novel. Again, it is free on Steam and also itch.io. You can check out. So far, we are about to dive into the water for the mermaid. We're gonna try out the route for what happens when we go underwater.
now. Glory, glory, what a way to die.
I know,
hope I'm
LOL.
singing every time I do that.
When you said Emily before, I stopped what I was doing and got so confused. So this lovely deer mermaid fusion right here is my girlfriend, Emily Duck Park Ranger. You can also check her out. I have her stuff linked in the video description on YouTube, so you can check there. But I'm also gonna give you a shout out here because he gets supported. Nerd.
You can also do exclamation point in the video.
Yes, yes, you could.
I'm the dearly beloved Emily Duck. Park Ranger.
Alright, let's go back to the game.
Game. Oh yeah, I was playing Yu-Gi-Oh! I saw Yu-Gi-Oh! In the chat and I was like, what? It activated me.
I love that. That's so sweet. I always love finding fellow Emilys. Yee! There is also Emily Turtle. I forget the number as part of their username, but they are a maker and crafter that I met through Amanda Maui. They're also a streamer. That is why, despite all of your misgivings, you find yourself nodding your head. If that is what she wants, then you will accompany her. Wait, we don't have the option?
No option. Trust in mermaid. Who's sure?
We don't have a yes or no option. You are interested, too, in what lies beneath the ocean's surface, out of sight.
Oh, I knew you would agree. Thank you very much for humoring me. It's gonna be so funny if we make this out of this alive. Because we've been joking about getting drowned.
We haven't made any choices except what place we went to.
Maybe that's just like there's a whole different story depending on which one you go to.
Maybe.
I will endeavor to make these next few moments the most memorable you've ever experienced.
Your last moment?
Drowning will surely be very memorable. Now, would you care to come with me? I shall be your guide. The ocean depths might be dark, but I will not let you get away from me, I promise.
A wink.
Yeah. Wink. Yeah, you're not escaping me.
Disclaimer: It Gets So Lonely here is a toxic yuri. So it's meant to have a lot of bad ends. The mermaid extends her hand towards you, a hand which seems to cut through the moonlight just like a blade.
She loves women. Or she loves human women. Because they taste the best.
The moon's celestial rays plays against the mermaid's upturned palm so that it shimmers. The mermaid's hair, too, is glowing, backlit by Selene's glow. Selene?
Salute.
Selene. Selene's glow, so that she almost looks like an angel.
That's when the moon is positioned just right and it has like a little ring around it, right?
Yes, I believe so.
Okay.
I think?
Googling it just to make sure.
Yeah, double check. Let's fact check. Don't go with that AI crap.
Selene.
Add minus AI to your search keyword.
Low. People also ask, were there any LGBT Greek gods? Hold on.
Well, we have Sappho.
Low is not a specific thing, but Selene is the goddess of the moon. So.
Yep, that's
So.
a thing. Roman goddess?
Greek.
Greek? Selene? Okay.
Very, a very poetic way of saying the moon.
Yeah. Okay. Her beauty is such that, for a few moments, you cannot do anything. Neither step towards her, nor back away. You feel frozen in place, rooted into the sand, like some shore-growing tree. You still do not understand why the mermaid has taken such an interest in you, but an old adage does occur to you. You ought not to look a gift horse in the mouth, or ignore the pleas of a graceful, dignified mermaid. I don't think that part was in it. I don't think that part was in it.
No, I don't think it was. However, I agree. If she wants to eat you, let her. She's just a girl.
You reach out, your arm shaking like the skinny bow of an ancient tree, and find the mermaid's hand within your own. The mermaid's fingers curl about your own, her nails. Only now you notice how sharp they are. Wait, these are kind of sharp! Digging into your skin. Though the mermaid herself looks very soft, her grip is surprisingly strong. You do not think, if she willed it, you would be able to get away from her.
Teehee. Just a girl.
But why would you want to?
Yeah, she's so pretty.
She
and
does not
nice.
mean you any harm.
Now let us be on our way. There's much to see in my underwater kingdom. I cannot wait to show it to you.
The mermaid turns toward the ocean, as do you. A brief moment passes, one during which you allow yourself to stand there, your hand claimed by the mermaid's as the wind buffets your hair and your skirts. You inhale deeply. The smell of the salt is heavy in the back of your nostrils, so much so you could choke on it. It's not a particularly pleasant smell, but you have grown accustomed to it after living in your tumble-down cottage by the shore. Cottage. What? Tumble-down cottage. But you have grown accustomed to it after living in your tumble-down cottage by the shore. It is nostalgic, almost. You have a vague feeling as you stand on the precipice between your world and that of your aquatic companions. Hydrate! Feeling to hydrate! You have a vague feeling, as you stand on the precipice between your world and that of your aquatic companions, that you might never again be able to smell the salt in the air like this. That is just a silly That is such a silly supposition, though. You are being foolish. The mermaid will return you back to the surface in due course, will she not? You hope that she will. You, unlike her, cannot breathe underwater. You open your mouth, meaning to ask the mermaid about this fact, but you are not afforded the opportunity to speak. The mermaid has already shifted, her fingers still twined about yours. She dives forwards, her body slicing through the surface of the water like a knife, and you,
Inexorably.
Yeah, sorry, I had to sneeze there. Trying to say inexorably, but had the sneezing fit. Oh boy. And you, inexorably, are dragged along with her. Oh, we finally get to see our character! Oh, this is cute. Okay. We don't have any choice in this. The water rushes forwards to meet you in a sudden, shocking rush. The mermaid's descent might be graceful, but yours is anything but. You do not know how to position your legs, and your limbs feel awfully ungangly. The shock of the water as it touches your skin, meanwhile, is intense. You did not think that the water would be this cold. Yes, nighttime, water cold.
Nighttime, ocean.
Hi, Kobold, welcome on in. Say hi to YouTube. Also streaming on YouTube. Have a lizard. You did not think the water would be this cold. No, it is not just cold. It is freezing. It feels as though all the warmth has been sapped out of your skin. If your head was not already beneath the ocean's waves, you would gasp from it. You do not gasp, however. You cannot. You have already been submerged. Your body no longer feels as though it is your own. Your hair is unspooling behind you like a thread. Oh, like thread, and your skirt is fluttering. Your body rocks to and fro as though being soothed in a mother's arms. It is a curious feeling. Ellie makes a good-looking mermaid.
Yes, I do.
But it is not wholly unpleasant. If only it were not so cold down here, beneath the ocean's depths, you might find it relaxing. It is dark under the surface of the water, yes, but you have not ventured so very far, not yet at least, that the glow of the moon cannot penetrate its depths. Your surroundings are illuminated, though faintly, and thanks to this precious illumination, you can see the schools of fish swimming about you. Their scales all glisten as they arch through the waves like rainbows. They do not look like life forms. They appear...
See that right? PhD and Yuri, minor in yaoi?
That's Petra. That's Petra. She's playing Guilty Gear. Don't worry about it. Stream can't see it. Only you. They're playing Guilty Gear. It's one of their passion games. We support this. They appear, instead, to your fairy tale addled mind to be ancient relics brought to life through some strange arcane sorcery. They are pretty. No, that word is not that word is not significant enough. They are beautiful. You did not know, as you stood upon the shore, how very full of life it was beneath the water's surface. You did not know, either, how very beautiful these aquatic denizens of the deep were. You have never seen... Gotta keep you on your toes, Kappa. You've never seen fish like these before. Not in real life. You have memories, vague, hazy memories, of dissecting a...
fish,
once in a particularly gruesome biology lesson. But that feels like a very long time ago now. You would far rather think on your present than dwell upon the past. But the seconds pass, and as they do, the mermaid continues to swim, leading you deeper and deeper into the ocean's depths. While once you were close enough to the surface that the moon's light could still slice through the waves, now it is so very dark you can scarcely see. Your vision is beginning to blur. You can feel an uncomfortable pressure weighing down on your inert body. Thank you for the concussion, Cobalt. You have descended, you realize, with a ripple of anxiety, too deep. Humans were not meant to descend into these depths. The water, once cold, now feels freezing. It caresses every inch of your exposed flesh as if to sap what little warmth you might still possess. You shiver, and when you do, you swear that you can hear your teeth chattering, despite the water which stops your ears. The water is stopping up your nostrils. There is so much water down here at the bottom of the ocean. It is endless. The mermaid might be able to breathe underwater, but you are not so very fortunate. Your body is far less sophisticated than hers, and it requires oxygen with which to furnish your body with continued strength, not salt water. The thought of trying to inhale the endless water which surrounds you makes you shudder. You would rather not attempt it. You do not have gills. When will the mermaid take you back to the surface? Surely she must know that you have fast begun your near limit. You've been under the water for too long, and it is too cold, and it is so dark now. In any event, you cannot see much of anything. The joy you once felt during your underwater adventure has begun to dissipate, just like the last of oxygen you still possess. It is time to return to the surface now, but how are you to communicate this to the mermaid? You cannot speak, and she is not looking at you.
Tap on her arm.
She is staring, instead, fixedly at something beyond your comprehension, something far away, perhaps, in the underwater gloom that you cannot see. Not knowing what else to do, you try to pull your arm free from the mermaid's grasp. You hope that this will signal to her that she has grown too carried away in her endeavors, that she ought to cut short your expedition and return you to the shore. The mermaid does not react, however, to your attempts to escape her. Her grip does not slacken, as you would hope, about your wrist. In fact, it is quite the opposite. It feels as though she is gripping you more tightly than she was, as if to prevent your escape. But why would she do that? You tap on the mermaid's shoulder. You tap on the mermaid's shoulder to get her attention, a gesture which prompts her, at long last, to turn. Her fair hair billows about her, suspended in the water like a shroud. Then she says in that calm, measured, incredibly reasonable voice of hers,
Yes, dear one, what is it?
if you could, you would open your mouth to reply to her, but alas, you are a human girl, not a...
fish,
Thank you. And you cannot speak underwater. Any attempt to do so would accomplish naught save filling your pretty little mouth with water. The mermaid really ought to have considered that before she started to ask you questions. But your comfort seems to be the last thing on the mermaid's mind. She smiles at you gently, delicately, then says,
I understand. Being underwater for so long must be beginning to take its toll. Do your lungs feel like iron? Are they heavy?
so she does understand your woes. You might not be able to speak, suspend as you are in the dark, murky depths, but communication is not wholly impossible. You nod your head emphatically. You nod your head emphatically, hoping that this will be enough to make your distress apparent, but...
Yes, that will happen. It's a natural part, or so I've heard, of drowning. Not that I've ever had the opportunity to experience it myself. I am incapable, you see, of meeting my demise in such a manner.
Now, what was that? What could she mean?
I mean...
The mermaid answers, can she read minds? Oh, wait, she's looking now. Hold on. Look, it changed.
Yeah.
Can she
That
read
was a
minds?
calculated act upon my part. Forgive me, dear one, but the moment you consented to sinking beneath the water with me, your fate was sealed.
Called it.
Yeah. Your lungs will be flooded with water soon enough. Then you will die. It's not a pretty way to go. You needn't worry about your corpse bloating, disfiguring, or being eaten by fish, though. I will take very good care of it, I promise. In death you will look lovely, almost angelic. Is that not what you've always wanted?
You do not know what the mermaid thinks it is exactly that you want, but you think she is laboring under some severe misunderstandings. You would like to try and correct her, and you do not want to die, but of course you cannot open your mouth. What a pity. Well, at least it saves me the effort of transcribing your dying pleas. What is with this fourth wall breaking? This game is so interestingly fun. I doubt they would be particularly interesting. Hold on. Well, at least it saves me the effort transcribing your dying pleas. I doubt they would be particularly interesting.
If you want to know why I'm doing this, then I would not mind obliging. I have no secrets to keep from you.
Other than the secret, perhaps, that upon your first meeting, she nursed within her cold fish's heart the desire to bring about your watery murder? You might have liked to know that before you agreed to sink beneath the ocean surface with her.
Oh. I'm only doing this because I have no choice. The other girl I liked, after all, the one whom I adored, disappeared. She went away, and I was never again afforded the opportunity to see her. You remind me of that girl. Though you do not look much alike, you do not act very alike either. But you are both humans who, despite your delicacies, have no shortage of determination. How your kind is able to live where your lifespans are so very short, and you are susceptible to so very many diseases is a mystery to me. Though my lifespan far eclipses your own, and I am far sturdier, I cannot help but marvel at the tenacity of you humans. I know that if I were as fragile as you, I would not be able to exist in this world. I would be far too afraid. I would see my own death lurking behind every corner.
Just as you can see your own death looming before you. It's not so very far away now. You can feel it coming closer and closer, enclosing its cold, icy fingers around your throat.
You humans are incredible. I cannot help but respect you, weak and pitiful though you are.
She respects your tenacity so very much she wishes to extinguish it? That does not make very much sense.
Perhaps my words are confusing to you, but it makes perfect sense to me, at least. My beloved cowherd left me. I do not know where she went or what happened to her.
Okay, so she calls her a coward too. I thought that was like supposed to be said in like a negative way or whatever.
Yeah.
But
said
it's
it kinda
not.
was too, but
It's not in that context at all.
she heard cow. She's a cowherd. Perhaps she was murdered by bandits. Perhaps she contracted a horrible disease. Perhaps she simply fell and cracked her skull. I do not know. I will never know. For many, many days and many, many nights, her disappearance tormented me. I could not help but wonder how it came about. But there were so many possibilities. I could not imagine all of them. This thought terrified me. It still does. That is why I'm going to take you to my underwater kingdom with me. There we can be together forever. Nothing will be able to tear us apart then.
Yandere? I mean, she doesn't want to eat her. She just wants to keep her.
Yeah. I mean, even if she wanted to eat her, it'd still be kind of...
Yeah.
In the I want to eat you, so we'll be together forever kind of way.
Become one with each other.
Hair, and I will dress you in the finest pearls found from the bottom of the seabed. It will be lovely. Much, much lovelier than any sort of miserable existence you might be able to eke out above the water.
Eek.
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 Fish.
In my citadel, you'll never be attacked by bandits or ravaged by diseases. You'll be quite safe, I promise.
Lizard.
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 Oh, that's you.
Quite safe, yes, and quite dead too, surely?
Well, yes, that isn't the only unfortunate aspect of my plan.
You can read minds!
She can read minds.
She considers your death nothing more than a mere misfortune? The mermaid might be surprisingly cold after all. But perhaps you ought to have predicted this. If I had an option! She is part.
I'm never ready for it.
Alright, let's try it again. Ready? She is part.
I wasn't ready.
Are you? Alright, let's try it again. She is part. Thank you. Thank you. Are. I'm gonna go back to the game. Get ready for this one, okay? We have a double whammy. Are not cold-blooded, like. Can we try it one more time?
Okay.
Are not cold-blooded, like.
Lizard.
Yeah. Thank you. Thank you for putting up with my bullshit, everyone. You probably learned this at some point during biology class, but your lessons are beginning to feel very faint and far away now. Your body is beginning to fail you. You cannot take much more of this.
It is a necessary sacrifice, though. If we are to be happy, I am doing this, you know, for both our sakes. I do apologize for tricking you, but please try to understand. I really have been lonely.
It gets so lonely here. You'd be more inclined to sympathize with her, perhaps, if her loneliness was not ushering in your inevitable demise. But you were too preoccupied with your dwindling reserves of oxygen to feel much in the way of anything for your captor. You can feel the pressure of the water against your eyes. They are beginning to ache. Perhaps you are crying. You do not know. The water masks much of your anguish. You've been drifting underwater for almost 3 minutes. That is a remarkably long time to go without any air.
Brain damage.
Yeah. Your vision is beginning to cloud. Surroundings, already dark, look darker, still, unpleasant and obscure, and not at all like the paradise the mermaid promised you. The pain of being suffocated slowly is far stronger and far more oppressive than the sensation of the mermaid's hand wound tightly about your arm. Is there no escape for you? The prognosis, I am sorry to say, is grim. Your fate, as the mermaid said, really was sealed the moment you met her, luxuriating on the rocks beneath the moonlight. But you'll forgive me.
Moonlight?
The moonlight?
The moonlight?
Did I not say moonlight right? Graham gets a head pat, Emily gets a head pat.
Like it's a QB. Moonlight?
Those rocks beneath the moonlight. But you'll forgive me if my sympathy is limited. You did bring this upon yourself, you know. You reap what you sow, and in your case, you made a series of bad decisions which led to your untimely denial. I made one decision!
Yeah, it was a bad one.
Apparently! Now, what do you want to do? I get a choice?
Oh.
Will you accept this fate of yours and rest in peace, or will you try to fight against it? I have a choice!
Oh my god, finally.
Oh my god! Okay, hold up. It is time! Overwrite this one.
So we're drowning, right?
Yeah, we're drowning. So we're gonna accept our fate for this bad end.
Glory, glory, what a hell of a way to die.
That is a bit of an anticlimactic answer at this juncture in your life story, but I suppose it would be remiss of me to lecture you too much. Breaking the fourth wall here. I am sure you are well aware of what a terrible series of decisions you have made. Series? Series? I made 2 choices. That's a series?
Yeah, it is. It's a series of 2.
Oh, damn. There is no need for me to belabor the point. What would be boorish? That would be boorish, not to mention tedious. I am rather tired of scolding you. So instead, I think I will content myself with loving you. Huh? What? You thought in your death the mermaid was the only one who would be able to cosset you? I know I've said this before, but you really are naive. Okay, what the heck is going on here?
Well, we were running away from something in the beginning, remember?
I guess, but we're the narrator breaking the fourth wall.
Perhaps the narrator is a character in this story.
Maybe. You cannot escape me, even if you are at the bottom of the deepest, darkest ocean.
Yeah, remember in the beginning it was like, you'll never be alone again.
The world might have forsaken you, but I never will. I will never leave you. With the fishes! Achievement unlocked! You will never be lonely again. Yay, our first end!
Yay!
After
what happens when you fight it?
3 hours. I want to at least do credits here.
Okay.
Never mind. Alright, fight against fate. Ah, I like that look on your face. It is a look full of determination! The self-same determination! So for those that don't know, I have this little subscriber goal going. If we somehow reach that goal before the end of this gauntlet, I will spend the 40-hour stream with nothing but Undertale. If we don't meet that goal by the end of this gauntlet, then I will not be having to force myself to Undertale bullet hell for the 40-hour stream, which is Twitch exclusive, by the way. It will not be on YouTube. Twitch only.
You're lucky I don't have a job right now.
I am very lucky, but also I wish that you did have a job.
Yeah. I miss having a job.
That's why you should commission my girlfriend for art.
And when you want money to spend on gacha game.
That's not what you should answer us!
I'm only partly joking.
Please tell me you haven't
I
spent
also
money on
want
gacha.
I also want money to spend on, like, basic necessities.
That's better. Survival, not gacha. Please prioritize woman.
I am, trust me, I am. However, Honkai Star Rail, they're dropping a lot of characters I want back to back, and I'm like, I don't know if I can do this.
Well, I'm gonna say this sarcastically as well, okay? At least it's not on Uma Musume.
Yeah, no, I'm not spending money on Uma Musume.
Alright, back to this.
And even then, even if I spent money on Honkai Star Rail, it would be like $10, not like $100 or $1,000 or something like that.
You're digging yourself deeper. Grab a shovel.
$10, only 10. That's the cost
In
of
total? In total?
In total.
Overall total. Entirety total.
Oh, okay. Overall total that I've ever spent on gacha games.
I don't think you should admit this on YouTube.
Is less than $100.
Okay, that's good. Okay, that is good enough. Let's move on.
2 games that I have spent like 10,000 hours on, so...
Gotcha. Let's move on.
Yeah.
It is a look full of determination and self-same determination which first prompted me to take an interest in you. I can tell that you are not happy with this ending. You did not come all of this way after all to drown. That is quite the indecorous? That is quite the indecorous demise regardless of how many fine stones and shells the mermaid means to twine through your hair after your death. If you wish to carve out a new story for yourself, then I would be only too happy to indulge you. Just try not to get on the bad side, or good side, of any homicidal naiads this time. The drowning of fair maidens is something of a cliche. Your fate is once again in your hands. Now, I wonder, which path will you take? Oh, okay, so we went through this and we were saved. Okay, sure. We're just gonna do a little save here, and now we have this little difference. Okay, so next one. Shall we go to the village or go to the castle? And how much of dialogue are we gonna have to go through?
Probably a lot. I do feel like this is probably a good time to, like, stop this game.
You want to call an end?
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm really tired.
Okay. We will be coming back eventually with more of the It Gets So Lonely here. Don't know when it will be, but we will keep you updated in the Discord as well as if I am going to be YouTube streaming this as well. But yeah, Emily, thank you so much for joining me today. Thank you for being the mermaid.
Yeah, it is. We are 4 hours in, and I don't have your stream stamina remotely, so.
Yeah, that's why I'm doing this gauntlet. It's an endurance run.
Yeah, and Emily does not have that endurance.
That is fair. Thank you very
My
much for joining me today,
constitution
though.
Score is negative.
Is there anything you want to say for the YouTube side before we end the YouTube video?
Check out my channel. I post funny things on there sometimes.
You can find all of the info you need on Emily's platforms to go and check out her content in the video description.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. Thank you very much for joining for the visual novel day. We will be coming back to this another time, so stay tuned when you see it. Bye!